Well, good morning and welcome to Jewellery Maker. It's great to have your company. It's me, Vicki, back with you. Kind of been around a little bit. I've been off on my holidays and then I come back and then you kind of get rid of us. I'm like glue. I'm stuck to you. We are so pleased to have your company today because it's going to be an absolute blinder of a show. 4-hour showcase on polymer clay. It is a really, really exciting day and we have the fantastic Debbie with us. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh, today.
I know, I just love the colours today. Nice, bright, cheery colours. Fantastic.
And I think the nice thing today is, as I said, for a lot of people who have been harping on at us, I mean, sweet, you have pretty much, we've had an email or a text pretty much every hour of the day saying, start a bundle for polymer clay, start a bundle for polymer clay, start a bundle for polymer clay. Yes, we have it. We have the starter bundle of polymer clay. You are going to absolutely love what we've got in store for you. We're going to go with the starter and then we're also going to go for an advanced bundle as well for the polymer clay. But so whatever your technique skills are, whether you're just getting into it, perhaps you've never tried it and this is the way that you're going to do it with us today, well, we have got that starter bundle back in. I know there's been a lot of people asking for it and it is available now. It's been about 4 months in out of stock status, which we don't do. We don't do that in Jewellery Maker. That don't work for us. But the simple facts are we had no choice about it, but we've got it back. The starter bundle polymer clay offer is coming your way today. And on top of that, we have the most fantastic advanced bundle. Yes, we're going to be working with foils today. If you've never worked with Elisa Pavelka foils, you are going to love these. The dynamic that they give to polymer clay is awesome.
It is actually. It can make it look really shiny and on trend, really modern, contemporary, or it can look quite vintage, depending what you do with the clays and what colours you use. But the foils, I've never known foils stay as shiny when they've been baked. They don't lose any of the gleam, and sometimes you lose that when you bake the clay. They just shine. They're beautiful.
And they really add texture. I mean, when I walked in today, and like I've seen obviously the pieces that Debs has made. Honestly, they make such a huge impact.
They do.
Fact, the smallest amount.
Yes. You need a hint. It just catches the light. They're beautiful.
And the simple fact is that really for us, this is something that we always say, small amount of detail, huge amount of impact.
Absolutely. You can go over the top sometimes, I think. But with a small amount of foil, it just catches the light. They're absolutely beautiful. The mica powder in them is stunning, absolutely stunning. It really is good. And
the nice thing is that today, whether you're into to polymer clay or not, we have something for you. We've got our 3 brand new kits. We also have those 2 starter bundles and then the advanced bundle as well. So that's really going to make a difference, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. It is indeed, yes. There's a lot, for any polymer clay addicts out there, there's a lot for you today.
Definitely, definitely. So welcome, really nice to have you coming in. I'm Vicki, by the way, I don't know whether I introduced myself. Hiya. We have got an early bird to be proud of today. I mean, Jack has literally, he is heavy breathing, and I'm not saying no to that. We have got he has been running around the building to get this, and he has just run into the building. I know, he's literally like Linford Christie, just joined us into the building. This fantastic early bird offer. Take a look at this. It's worth it, Jack. That running was worth it, I promise you. Take a look at this. Oh, colour our us. That's what we're looking at here. Colour our us here at Jewellery Maker. An amazing quality of turquoises, oceanic greens you have there, and those beautiful tropical blues coming. I mean, it really is an exciting individual stone that you're getting from this full strand, because, you know, mustn't forget, these are genuine gemstones. Every single gemstone is totally different. You're looking here at some fantastic potential, and I think really If you are going to get involved in the polymer clay today, certainly with the starter kit would go really nicely with this, because you get your blacks and your whites, and then you could lift the polymer clay colours with this turquoise. It would go really nicely, wouldn't it?
That's the nice thing about polymer clay, because you can add the spacers that just highlight the wonderful gems, because sometimes gemstones are stunning, but sometimes you want to take the weight off. Do you know what I mean? And polymer clay is so light. But you can make spacers of the same colours if you wanted to, if you want to just add the little beads at the back of the neck. But those are stunning. Aren't they just beautiful?
And the colour of a strand like this, it's just a powerhouse. It has that real impact. So the choice of yours is that whether you're going to use them all together, or whether you're actually going to use them as individual pens. I mean, actually, the size of these stones, they would go very nicely as an individual pendant, and that's the versatility of a strand like this. You've got options. You can choose whether you're going to make these into individual looks. I mean, even just a pair of drop earrings, you get that size, you get that boldness. You don't have to wear a feature necklace if you've got a feature pair of earrings, and yet you're only going to be using just 2 of a full strand. You know, there's a versatility to a strand like this. Just take a look. Whether you're going to work them together, or whether you are literally just going to take one and place them as a centerpiece to the hand, if you're going to do some wire work, or whether you're going to make them into a pair of drop earrings, or whether you're going to use this as just one feature pendant, choice is yours. You really have got options on this strand. It's an early bird special. We're going to get straight down to this offer because we've got lots to fit in today. Of course, we've got Debbie and we want to make the most of it today, and we are going to do that in style by giving you an early bird special to be proud of. Blue Crazy Agate, puffy coins, 25mm, over 400 carats in this strand, a strand that is going to work, and I've already got people buying this. Okay, as soon as the code comes onto the screen, I've got people buying it, and I'm not surprised by that. The simple fact is that if you do want to join us on this one, the price you're paying is £5.95. I mean, that is the way to start your day here at Jewellery Maker. That is the way to start your purchasing power with us. Of course, don't forget, 1 P&P for the whole day. 1 P&P for the whole day. £2.95 is your P&P. Once you've paid it, you can add as many times as you like. You don't have to be committed to buying one piece of strand and then have to pay a separate price for your postage and packaging on every item. Not the case. A whole P&P offer. And if you watched any other channel, or if you perhaps go through any other purchasing location, websites, etc., there's every chance they'll ask you to pay P&P per item these days, but not us. P&P for the whole day. £5.95 for the strand and then £2.95 for the P&P. I think it's an unbeatable offer. An incredible offer, an incredible opportunity. Blue Crazy Agate, your puffy coins, 25mm, so the size is really saying to you, look, perfect size if you want to make it into a feature strand for perhaps the wrist or the neckline, or alternatively, the nice size of these is that it can be focal points for pendants, focal point for drop earrings, and even on the size of this, you could be actually looking at a feature pendant for a ring, you know? You could really imagine that working, couldn't you? Yeah, like just a simple wire wrap. That's exactly, wouldn't it? Like a cocktail ring almost. You see, that's what I mean. This size is so versatile, and yet the price, I mean, that is an unmissably, that's an early bird special. I always say to myself, and Deanna knows this, and we've worked together long enough for Deanna to know, a bit of a stickler for things like this. Look, if it's going to be an early bird, if we're going to do a special offer, we're going to do, you know, whether we're going to do star buys, if we're going to do special offers, make sure that they are, right? Don't advertise something as a special offer unless it actually is. I'm somebody who is, I'm a stickler for it when I go into the shops. If you advertise on your big, you know, your big shop windows that you're doing a clearance, make sure you're doing a clearance. Don't go make me walk into that shop and then you doing a half-hearted clearance. Don't go doing that, otherwise I won't go back into your shop. I will not go back in. And so my instinct is look, if we're going to do an offer, if we're going to do it as an early bird special, make sure that it is. Make sure we're committed to that. Commitment is there. £5.95 is all you pay for this amazing Blue Crazy Agate puffy coins, 25mm. Q on the phone lines. Not surprised to hear that at all, but it is a free phone number that you're dialing, so don't forget, once you've dialed, just patience is required. I'm not asking you to pay pounds and pounds on the lines. It's a free phone number, so it's definitely worth just holding on those lines for us, and we'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. £5.95 is all you pay. I need to apologise for my voice. I don't have a sore throat or anything, but I've picked up my children's, my children have had a really dodgy cough for the past couple of weeks, and I've picked it up, and I think the cough has also given me a weird throat. As I say, I apologise if it sounds a bit weird, but I can't do anything about it, and I apologise if I start coughing throughout the show. Just one of those things, but you know, I just thought I'd better put it out there as an apology. But it's holidays. You see, holidays are meant to make you feel better, and I do feel better. I've just come back with a dodgy voice. £5.95 is all you pay. Your blue crazy you get, puffy coins. Queues on those lines. Be patient with us and you'll process your call as fast as we can. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial, or join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. I think we'll keep that strand to one side, and I think when you start to see the starter kit, and we're going to actually, I was thinking, you know, we've maybe talked about doing some beads today, and like the starter kit, showing the beads. Shall we try and like do some beads and then put it alongside and just see how they work?
Yeah, fine.
You know, because polymer clay is not just about making something as an individual. Actually, these strands really work nicely with polymer clay if you're going to bring them together. So we're going to do that today. We're going to show you how nicely you can bring your genuine gemstones with your polymer clay. £5.95 is all you pay on that one, so I'll keep that to one side. Congratulations if you got that. If you've opened your order now, well, the good news is that you're good to go for the rest of the day. We have got some treats in store for you. The starter kit in the polymer clay bundle is back. It's been about 4 months in the waiting. That's too long to wait in my opinion, but it's just one of those things that we've worked really hard to get hold of. It's just taken us 4 months to get to this result, and the result is going to be awesome. Really, really awesome. Right. We're going to get straight down to it, if that's all right. We're not going to dilly-dally, we're not going to dawdle, we're just going to get straight down to our starter kit. If you don't know what it is, don't worry, I'm going to take you all the way through this. If you don't know what polymer clay is, if you've never seen it before, don't think, oh no, I won't watch this. Actually, keep watching and you are going to find out one of the most exciting skills to jewellery making, one of the most adaptable, diverse, flexible and stylish ways to create jewellery. This is, for me, this is about Jewellery Maker taking you into a wonderful world, a bit like Alice in Wonderland. You know, she goes through that tunnel and all of a sudden she meets a Cheshire Cat, then she meets the Mad Hatter, and then she goes to the, you know, you never know what's going to happen next. It's the same with polymer clay. On my grounds, as a presenter, I walk in and every time I'm working with Debbie, I know I'm going to see something new. I'm going to see something different to create, and that's really exciting on jewellery making terms, because you always want to be stimulated by new creativity, new dynamics, and polymer clay really can unleash something exciting. And the starter kit is the way that we do it and introduce you without having to spend a fortune, without having to invest hundreds of pounds, because many hobbies you have to spend a lot of money to get involved in it. Not here. With the polymer clay in particular, small investment of money, huge amounts of results, and I mean really exciting results. So let me just show you what this starter kit is, and as I say, I will introduce you with Debbie to how you can create your own polymer clay detail and how you can create your own beads and pendants, etc. But what I want to introduce you to is the actual bundle, the starter bundle, because this is everything you need to get started. There are other additions that you can add on if you want to, but you certainly don't need to. This kit is everything you need to get going, and really, in my mind, this is probably Jewellery Maker at its finest. And I know I've talked to Debbie on several occasions, but if you go and do your research on other websites, the question's got to be, even I don't know the answer, how on earth do we do all of this for as low a price point? I mean, if you do your research on several of the very well-known jewellery making websites, you'll understand by just the cutters for the price point that we're about to do is impressive. Just, I mean, seriously good pricing. I promise you, your 30-day money-back guarantee you won't need if you do your price researching, because you'll be stunned at how low we can go on this starter kit. You're getting a lot, and you're getting everything you need to get started. So first of all, you get these. Now you probably go this, what on earth are these? These are basically your base, your foundations that you need to set your polymer clay onto. These are like kind of what you use to roll onto. These are the things that you set onto. Is that right? Is that the way you describe it?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, Vicky.
I do.
Sorry to do that. No. The acrylics are what you roll clay with.
Onto.
But the problem is those are what you call the rollers. That's what I do the logs with, I think, with them. You don't leave polymer clay sitting on those because they'll eat into them. Always clean them when you finish because they'll start to eat in.
Really?
Yeah, the colours will start to eat in.
So these are not what I was... So what is it? What?
Use a tile. Use any tile that you go to a DIY store and look for a pack that's broken and say how much is one tile. They usually give it to you for 20 pence or something ridiculous.
Right.
So I have a few of tiles because that you can actually leave your clay on here and put it straight in the oven if you want to. Because
So
it's
you
already
use
been
a tile
baked.
as your base.
But the
This is a roller.
acrylics, those are for rollers and for making different
my
shapes and
goodness
for smoothing. With silver clay, yes, you
That's
can use
it.
them.
And I'm
Because
looking at it
all-
going, so what is it? What do I do? Why would I call that?
Same ones are in the silver
Of
cake,
course it
but the
is.
polymer, because it's plastic, it eats into that sort of plastic. It has to be the same plastic as the
course
box,
it is.
the cloudy one. It's
Good
very
job we asked that
confusing.
question then, isn't it? It's a good job we asked the question. See, I'm always learning. I don't mind admitting it. I love learning. And actually, when
Well,
you start
I
to
use it all the time. You know, it's different for you because you only see it whenever I'm on, but I use it all the time, so I know what
So
to
these
do.
are the rollers alongside the roller.
The roller. Yeah.
So you get an actual, well, it's almost like a little mini rolling pin, to be honest. So you get your little mini rolling pin and you get your two acrylic sheets which work as essentially as additional rollers, and we will show you what these come into, and we'll work you through how you use them, and I'll learn alongside you as I've just shown you. So those are your three little acrylics, but then this is where it kind of really for us, and we've talked about this, this is where this price point goes really, really outlandishly good, because within this starter kit we offer you, wait for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 round cutters.
I honestly don't know how Jewellery Maker do this.
And we've said this so
I
many
know,
times.
And the most important one is the one you've got in your hand, because I don't know anyone that does a cutter that small. And for the pendant bails, they are perfect. You usually have to use a straw and then try and get it out the end of the straw. I just don't know how Jewellery Maker do it. I really don't.
And we have, I mean, we genuinely have got the 30-day money-back guarantee for you to do your research. Everything that Debbie and I are talking about, right, we absolutely commit to 100%. You do your research, and there is no way you would send this back based on the pricing. Based on our price of our starter kit, and the reason that it sells out so quickly, the reason that it's taken us 4 months to get hold of this starter kit again, is because the price is so good. And I mean, we have to really work hard on the price to get it this low, but working hard is worth it when you get the results like we are getting with our customers coming back and going, I want this, give me more of this type of pricing. We are working really, really hard for you. This hasn't been to air for 4 months. It's a long time in the making. For Jewellery Maker to have a starter kit out of stock for 4 weeks, that's not good. 4 months is definitely not how we play it. That's not what it's about. But that just shows you just how popular this is, and also how hard it is for us to get hold of this quality of making at the price that we've originally brought it. And that's the biggest thing. We're sticking to our original price.
Yeah,
We're sticking to original price.
Yes, which is just amazing. For anybody out there who does teaching, it's ideal to buy the kits to give your students a kit each with everything inside. Keeps it all nice and neat and tidy, and then you count the things back in.
Absolutely,
You know,
yes.
After your course, but it's just so cost effective.
So you get 7 of the round cutters, but you also get 3 clay cutters as well, so 3 blades, and those blades come with a protective shield as well, and these are basically different sizes, different thicknesses, and also different ways to create your
You'll find that
shapes.
one blade is quite stiff and the other blade is very flexible like this, and the other one is corrugated to do different patterns. But just a safety warning, The cover is really, really essential. These are called tissue blades for a reason. They're as sharp as a surgeon's knife, so do be careful. I have got, on the ones I use at home, I've just put some nail varnish along the edge or some white corrector fluid or something along the edge, just to make sure that when I pick it up, I don't pick it up the wrong way.
Good idea. Very good idea.
Yes.
I like that idea. A little bit of a tip there. So just put like you say, correction fluid or nail varnish along the non-sharp side, so you can pick up that side.
Not tape, because then you can't put it through the clay, but you can with something like nail varnish.
Makes sense. So you get all of the blades, you're getting all of the cutters, you're getting your 3 sections of what we call rollers and acrylics, plus you're also going to get 3 of your sandpapers, different variants of coarseness. Is that a word, coarseness? It is now. So you get 3 of your sandpaper squares, you're getting your 400, 600 and 800, and as I say, that's just the variance of thickness and hardness.
You can tell when you feel the back. I think on the front, I think it says, it's cut from a big sheet, so you don't actually see the wording, but it's fine, super fine and ultra fine, I think, if you were to buy them anywhere.
Oh yeah, you can.
And you go down the grade. You start with the coarse one and you go down the grades, but you do them in water. I'll demonstrate it later.
Is this for finishing then?
Yes, for finishing. When you've made your pendants, you might have a rough bit or you might have a fingerprint or something. Then you go down the grades in water. They are wet and dry sandpaper. If you were to use them without water, you just scratch the surface of your beads.
And everything we're talking about right now, we are going to demonstrate. Everything we're talking about today in terms of the starter kit, if you go, but I don't know what that means, I don't understand that, why would I need sandpaper? Don't ask questions, just keep watching, because the simple fact is we will answer every question today. My target today is that I will answer everybody's questions on how to get started into polymer clay. My target as a presenter is to make sure that if I have a question, I'll ask it to Debbie, and Debbie's going to go right to the very basics to take you right back to the start. There's a lot of people who've watched Jewellery Maker for a long time who haven't explored polymer clay but seen the results from Debbie's demonstrations from obviously our Wall of Fame. And you go into yourself, well, you keep on talking about it, but I don't know the basics, so I don't know how to get started. This is the day for you. This is the one where we say, you're watching, get buying, because I will say to you, this is a phenomenal price tag. You've got 2 of your polymer clay blocks as well. So you're going to get your white and your black. Timeless, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to start creating something, create it with classic, workable colours. Your black and white in your blocks. These are your Sculpey Clay packs of white and black. And really, for the size of these, just to get some kind of perspective, how much would you expect to get out of that if we're working with beads? Well, how many beads would you expect out of a block?
Well, beads, the inside of the beads, you see when I demonstrate, have usually got scrap clay in. So it's the one hobby I know where you have no waste, but you use every single scrap. You probably get, if they were standard size beads, about a millimetre bead. Oh my goodness, 40, 50 beads, if not double that, depending what you put on the inside. I mean, the cost of it is just ridiculous.
And that's what I want to get at today, because with the price of this starter kit, cost effectiveness these days is essential. And I don't know about you, but every time I walk into a shop, I'm thinking about how I can get the best value for money. I don't mind admitting that. I don't mind admitting that I go to 3 different supermarkets because each one of them has different things at better price points than the other, and so I shop around. It's the same principle with whatever you get involved with. You're not going to buy a pair of shoes if they look exactly the same for 50 quid if you can get them for tenner. You're not going to do that, are you? The simple facts is that it's got to be cost effective, and that's where this really comes into its own, because the potential is you could be making, well, Debbie reckons around 40 to 50 beads, and when you start to see these beads, how effective they are, you could just use 1 or 2 in a nice necklace, and this could really make the difference to your jewellery making, and yet the cost effectiveness is ridiculously good. This kit comes with everything you need to get started, including a little presentation box as well, which just keeps everything together. You're getting here a real combination, a really, really great combination. Grade 5 plastic box as well. So that's really, really important, and for a lot of people that's a really important aspect. Grade 5 plastic box. On top of that, you're getting 2 blocks, your white and your black polymer clay box. You're getting your 7 round cutters. You're also getting 3 of your sandpapers. You're getting your acrylics, you're getting your 2 flat and your round tubing, and you're also getting your 3 blades. Put this together. This is your Sculpey Clay Toolkits starter offer. This is everything to get started. There are other things that you can add on. There are other opportunities if you want to extend, you know, and get. But this is literally essentials, isn't it?
Yeah, and the box is important, because if you don't get the grade 5 recyclable box, the polymer clay will eat into it, but it won't into that plastic.
Because of the quality of the box, and that's really essential to just to those simple, thoughtful considerations where we want to make sure that everything that you get from us has durability. Then that's exactly what you're getting here, your starter kit. So let me give you the heads up on what we're about to do. The 2 things I need to tell you is that this has taken us nearly 4 months to get to. 4 months of us selling out of the starter kit, and 4 months of literally hammering the opportunity of getting this starter kit together at the same price as we did 4 months ago. And that's where our challenge has been. If you think about the price of everything that you're shopping for these days, not many things are buying, they're buying at the same price as they were 4 months ago. Things are just slowly rising. And I mean, some things are not so slow rising. I don't know about you, but I'm noticing the price of my essentials like milk and the essentials like my bread.
Absolutely.
I just keep on going, stop it! Stop putting the price up! The price of petrol, it just keeps on going up. Stop it! The thing is that we could be telling you, look, the price of inflation, the price of everything that's going up, we're going to have to make you pay more for this starter kit than you did 4 months ago. But the reason that we work so hard here at Jewellery Maker is as we know that the price point that we could do on this kit 4 months ago was absolutely brilliant. And we want to do it again. So we will. You get this whole starter kit, everything you need to get started into Sculpey Clay. I've already got people buying this, and you've got it for $17.95. That's $17.95 for everything, for the Sculpey Clay, for the acrylics, for the cutters. And let's not forget, just those cutters alone could set you back some serious cash if you went onto another jewellery making website. Those cutters alone, and actually you couldn't even get the smallest cutter. You can't get hold of it anywhere else to our knowledge. There's not many places that do this smaller cutter, but when they do, they'll make you pay. They'll make you pay for that. All of these cutters, plus the perfect cutter for your bales, coming to you at $17.95, your starter kit. And I mean, I have to turn to Debbie, because obviously Debbie is our expert, and say, genuinely, everything to get started.
Oh, absolutely. Other than a tile to work on?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. I mean, the blades, if you saw them in the shop, would probably be £7 or £8. The cutters about 10, 12. The acrylic roller, 4 or 5. You can add, well, you can go up to 30 plus pounds.
And those cutters are what, I know I did some research the last time we were on together, which must be probably about 6 months ago when we did something like this. Right. And I went on the website, because you talked about it, and I thought, actually, I want to do my own research. I'll just, not that I was questioning you, but actually, I always find it interesting to do it myself and to look and go, oh, actually, that's amazing. I found them for $12.95.
Yes.
5, it wasn't 7, it was 5 for $12.95. That was my price point. Right,
me.
and it didn't come with a little one, because you'd said I can't find that little one anywhere, and so I thought, oh, I'll see if I can find it. No, I couldn't find it. It was a set of 5 cutters for $12.95. And you're getting 7 plus 2 blocks of polymer clay, plus the blades, plus the for $17.95. I mean, it's one of those no-brainers. It's one of those things that you don't need to think about. You just need to know that if you want to get involved in polymer clay, if you've watched us show you on our Wall of Fame, if you've watched Debbie on different occasions, it's not just Debbie, of course, Hannah as well. She comes in and does some amazing polymer clay creations. If you've been inspired by our technicians, well, the good news is you can get involved in this. And the simple thing about this is that it is simple to work with. It's just knowing how to do it. And Debbie's going to take you through that from start to finish today. We're going to take you through the very basics and lead you right through the whole of the techniques so that you can really get onto this. $17.95 is all you pay, $17.95. Now, there are other things that I think you might be interested in and you'll see Debbie using, but they're not essentials, okay? This is the essentials kit. This is everything. There are things that you could add on, aren't there, Debs?
Oh yes, you can go bananas with polymer clay, really.
Yes.
It's never ending, but it depends how far you want to go.
So let's for now stick with the basics.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep,
because
we'll do that.
we're talking about the essential kit.
Okay.
So let's just talk or essentials you get and how you can work them.
All right.
So that if you don't want to spend any more money than $17.95, then that's fine. There is no problem with that. I will talk about other things that Debbie uses, like the roller, etc. But we'll come to that as we progress. But just to say to you, the essential kit, the starter kit, is genuinely everything you need to get started.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
right, so I have here. In fact, I'll take this off a minute. I won't use the roller machine at the moment. We'll use that later when we do some bits and pieces.
yeah, we will talk about it because I know there's a lot of people who will instantly go, oh well, if it makes life easier, then I'll just add it to my order, because there's lots of things that you can add to your order today that'll make the polymer clay techniques easier.
Oh, absolutely,
but
absolutely.
not essential. So
No,
this is the
not at
essential.
all. I'll show you how to make a really, really simple bead, okay?
Yeah.
And tribal looks are in every year, absolutely every year.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the black and white clay, and I've just used the roller that you get in the kit. I haven't used that one earlier, but you can just use the roller that you get in the kit. You don't have to have the
And is it like
roller.
pastry where you roll it and lift it and turn it?
You can do, otherwise it will stick to the tile.
I was just going to say, does it stick to the tile?
It does stick to the tile, and if it does stick to the tile, don't worry, just use your blade just to lift it off. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So, you want here a sort of rectangle, but polymer clay is very, very easy, very, very kind to you if it's not perfect. You have to condition the clay, and when you condition the clay, it just means to soften it. So when you bend the clay in half, like so, it doesn't crack here. So you need to rub it between your hands and just make a sausage. Okay, just to do this, and keep folding it in half and doing it again until it's really soft. So if it doesn't crack when you fold it in half.
And then what do I do?
Fold it in half. Fold it in half like that, into a U, and then do it again. And you keep doing that until it's really soft. If I was using my clay roller, when it was soft enough, I'd put it through the rolling machine if I wanted to put it into a sheet.
Okay.
But once it's soft enough that you can bend in half, and if it's new clay, you should be able to do that straight out of the packet, quite frankly, but you need to soften it a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
So I just keep on doing that, do I?
Yep, you can stop now.
Oh.
You don't do it too much, otherwise it'll go like chewing gum.
Okay.
Because in here it's really, really warm.
Okay.
So, I've got a sausage here of white clay,
Yeah.
and I'm going to pop that onto my black,
Yep.
like that, okay? And just lift the edge, and then start to roll it. And if I roll it, the edge will touch the black clay, and if I roll it back, I don't know if you can pick that up, but there is a line.
Oh yeah.
You can see there's an imprint
Yeah.
of where it's rolled to. So I'm going to cut that, put that to one side, and roll it. And then there is like a licorice stick. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, I'm going to cut that one in half because I'm going to use some of that later on. So that's what I've made, all right?
Yep. I like it already.
Now, I have used here a quarter of a pack of clay.
Quarter.
A quarter.
And that was
And
for
if-
you've cut up and
That's
you've
right.
used, this is basically
Jack,
half
before you take
of
this away,
the quarter.
can I borrow one of those packs? Yes.
Yeah.
One of the packs and the acrylics,
Thanks,
if you
bud.
don't mind, because it's the one thing I haven't got.
okay.
Sorry, Vicki, interrupting
No,
you.
no, not
I
at
could
all.
see him squirreling that away.
Thank you, darling.
On the clay, there are 4 indentations. You've got 3 indentations. One
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
one
yeah, I
there,
can see.
and one there. Okay. And I have used 1 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've used 1 block here.
And you've just
Okay.
cut that.
Just cut that off.
You've just cut half of that
See
off
that?
though, haven't you?
Yeah, see that?
Because you put the other
Absolutely.
half. So really that's a
I've just used
quarter,
that much.
that's half
Okay.
of a quarter.
All right, and I've done the same
An
in the
eighth.
white, and I've got loads and loads.
So that's an eighth. What you're about to
eighth.
show us with is an eighth of
eighth.
the block.
Absolutely.
Okay. So did you get me with my maths there? It's
Very good there.
I know,
I'm
just
impressed.
like that. To be honest, I did get some help from Tom. So it's an eighth
dear.
of the pack that you're about to work with.
And I probably won't even use this. So,
Okay.
but don't forget, you've got black and white. You could also put a strip of grey in there if you wanted to. You can mix the colours. Don't just use them just from the pack. You can mix as many colours as you want.
Okay.
So inside my bead, inside most polymer clay beads, you'll find it is scrap clay.
Okay.
This is the clay left over from some of your projects that really you don't want to use.
But if you're
okay?
a starter and you don't have any scrap clay,
Just use a tight, you can see how far it goes. Just use some of your white or your black. Shall I do that?
Yeah.
I'll put that one to one side then.
Okay.
So, let's use a ball of white.
You do that so easily. Can I try that? Can you just let me
well,
try
you can
that?
Make, you
because
can make
I'm
different shapes
You're-
depending how you roll it in your hands.
I just want to
So
see.
you're going to make a rugby ball now.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
This is what I just watched you and said, how did she do that?
If you move your hand
I
around,
made a rugby ball.
if you move your hand around, you make a rugby ball like Vicky's just made.
Ta-da!
Ta-da, can you see that?
That's my rugby ball.
If you do circular movements between the two of your hands and you do them evenly, you get a ball.
Okay.
So you need to move both your hands.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
See what I mean?
That's like tapping your head
Yeah.
and rubbing your tummy or
I
whatever.
do it. See, I'm moving
Oh, I
both of
can't,
my
I
hands.
can't.
Just in the. You know, you don't do that with your arm. That was really funny.
Sorry. Sorry.
You do. You just move both of your hands, tiny movements, and you can feel. That's round. That's it. You can feel. You get to feel. It's round.
Can I just practice and then I'll come back? Hang on.
Just give her a week. She'll be fine.
I can't.
Right.
I just look at myself.
Done it, look.
I'm like kind of doing a hula hoop at the same time.
Why don't you start that hula hooping while you're polymer claying?
That's it. I've got it. Okay.
See, that was brilliant.
Am I meant to be doing it in the opposite? I
No, it
can't.
doesn't matter. You've done it.
I've managed to get a ball, but I've no idea
You've
how.
got a ball. Don't know why. Anyway, right.
Sorry,
let me take
David.
this.
I was trying really hard as well.
That was really funny.
Oh,
So now
okay.
I've got my very long
Yes.
sausage that I've rolled out.
Your
okay?
eighth of the block.
That's right. So I'm going to take now my rolls and I'm going to cut. And you get used to cutting these little slices.
And is this the harder of the blades that you're using?
I'm not actually. I'm using the
softer one, are you?
flexible one. I
Okay.
just find it sharper.
Okay.
Okay, and that's when you start putting.
Oh, can I have a go as well?
Go on then.
Okay, just for anybody who's watching, as you might have gathered, I've never done this before. I've never hula hooped before, and I've never.
That was so funny.
So you just stick them on,
just
do
stick
you?
them on. Just stick them on. Stick them
Do
on.
I need to
until-
push them down or just
No,
gently?
No. It's really warm in here.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's really warm in here, so they're going to stick like glue.
And what shape am I
Literally.
trying to create?
We're just going all the way around the bead.
It doesn't matter, all the way around.
This is a lovely way if you do craft fairs for children
Yeah. Sorry.
or what have you, that you can make different balls in different colours. Perhaps one supports a football team in red and white,
Yeah.
or blue and white, and stick them on key rings.
Oh,
and
that's
they
a
look
good
like
idea.
footballs.
I did some brilliant lobster clasps yesterday on
Did
the
you?
Late Show. Like some big ones, like really huge ones.
Oh, yeah, I
did
love
a presenter
those.
pitch. I did a presenter pick.
They haven't been in for
and
a
I
while.
did 10 no, and they were £4.50. They won't be £4.50 now because they were on a special offer for the evening show. But actually, we were saying great for gifts.
Yeah.
For like bag charms, or if you're doing, as you say,
Yeah.
key rings or anything like that. You know, those lobster. Have a look on the website. As I say, I don't think they'll be £4.50 anymore, but I think they were around about £7.50 for 10. So it's a really good price tag. Just to make your own charms and gifts like
Absolutely.
that. Now I've gone
Absolutely.
round. Oh, I see.
You cover the
oh,
whole
I see.
thing.
See.
You
Oh,
can
I
just
haven't
put them
done
around the
that.
middle if you want to.
I haven't done that. I'm gonna.
You can put them just around the middle if you want to. It's up to you. It's your design.
So you
And this is what
literally
we
just.
start off with when we do our workshop.
Okay.
I did have a lady do this all day and she made the most fantastic funky bracelet.
Oh.
Just absolutely beautiful. See that? There's your black and white bead. Okay. There you go.
Can I have some more cut off, just
You
so I can
can
finish it
do.
off, just
You
so I can
can.
try. Okay, so you can see I mean, already looks wicked, doesn't it? I mean, it just
Imagine
looks...
a chunky bracelet.
That's what I was just about to say, a little black and white monochrome bracelet.
That's right, put some big black onyx beads.
Now,
or
did
even
I see you then flatten it off a bit
just
in
put
your
them
hand?
in your hands and do your hula hoop
Do your
again.
hula hoop, okay. I got a little bit anxious when you said do hula hoop again. I was like, oh no. Okay.
Oh dear, just roll it in your hands.
Right, last one.
Okay. Just
Sorry, I'm just...
If you like the texture, then that's fine. You can leave it like that.
Okay, so...
In your hand, roll it. Everybody
Right.
watch.
So...
Go on, go on. Just do that. Do it. Just do how you want to do it.
Okay, don't think about it.
Sorry. It's the body going as well. You can't see it.
I was like, don't think about it, because if you think about was I doing the hula hoop? I was literally just thinking, how do I do this?
Oh, that was wonderful.
Okay, so, I was like, use the force, dude. We could do the force.
Oh, that was so funny.
Right. Oh!
We could do a dancing workshop, couldn't we? There you go.
We could get a bit of exercise while you
Absolutely.
put your point. That's
There you
cool.
go.
Woo! Woo!
Now, lots of people ask me, how do you put the holes in the beads? Now, at the moment,
How do you put the holes in the beads?
How do you put the holes in the beads? Because at the moment, they're really, really squashy. You know, if I was to make a cane at home and it was really hot like in here, I would put this in the fridge for an hour.
Okay.
So when I cut it, it wouldn't distort. Because
Do you need to
can
cover
see
it when you do that then?
No, it's
Just
fine.
let it be as
Yeah,
is?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Because you can see there, with that I've cut off, has actually gone into an oval. And
Yeah.
It isn't round anymore. You see that? Gone into
Yeah.
like an oval. So every time,
Sorry, guys.
you cut it, you should actually roll it halfway round and then halfway round. So as you cut it, you're putting it back into a circle. But
Okay.
if you put it in the fridge for an hour, it will go back into the consistency as it was in the packet when you first opened it.
Okay.
And the plasticizers will cool down and form back, and it will be a lot firmer. And then you'll get perfect rounds.
Perfect. Okay.
And then if you do that with the clay that's going inside your beads as well, you can put them onto your bead and you'll get perfect rounds. Here, obviously, they've distorted because it's so hot.
Okay.
And when you've done that, you then pop that on your tray.
Now what are
Take
you
your
using
pin.
there?
These are the pins out the baking tray, which will go through.
Okay, let me grab the baking tray, but you could, because I presume you don't have to use those, you could use a cocktail stick or something like
use
that.
a cocktail stick if you want to. These pins are really fine. They're as fine as the beading threads that we use.
Okay.
And they do give a nice sharp finish. They're really nice, but they are very sharp. So if you were to put this on your tile, place your pin over the top and go down halfway.
Halfway.
Halfway, okay?
Yep.
Take it out,
Yep.
turn it upside down, sit it on the tray and then do it the other way. And then you can just push it through the hole. And if it has distorted, put it back in your hand and roll it.
Can I try this? Because
Yeah.
you've made that look really easy. I want to know if it is that easy.
And if
I
you
need
do
to
it
do
with
that
a
a bit
cocktail stick,
circular.
or if you want a really large hole in the middle, the reason you do that is when you push, the clay forms around the pin, so it indents slightly. And if you were to push it all the way through, it would end up like a teardrop. You know, you'll push the clay out the other side.
So halfway,
Yep.
stop.
That's it. Take it out.
Pull it out.
Turn it over on top of the. That's it. Turn it over. It will sit on the hole. That's it. It will sit where the hole is.
That's what I was just about to say. How do you know where the hole's going?
will
Oh,
sit
look,
on
you
the hole.
find the hole straight.
Yeah.
That's the bit I wondered whether I was
Yeah.
actually going to be able to find the hole.
And if I was to make another hole in this one with
Yeah.
the cocktail stick on the other side, I'd just push it through.
Yeah.
You'd hold it in your
yeah.
hands, but you'd end up with a squashed. It wouldn't be round anymore.
No, yeah.
And you've got a lovely indent one side, and it comes out to a point the other.
Yeah, not so nice.
So if you do it one way and then the other way, you don't distort it.
I love it. And that's your bead.
That's a bead. You pop it in the oven. The manufacturer's instructions, which I do for, it says 110 to 130. Jack is trying to give me a cup of coffee.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack. Very important.
He's trying to give him a cup of coffee.
Hello. Hello. Very important. Jewellery Maker mug. Shall I take it from you? That's very kind of you. Thank you.
darling.
Most important. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Sugar and everything today. My goodness me. So, temperature.
I do it at 110. And I bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size. These sort of beads, about 15 minutes. If you're doing anything thicker, I would bake it twice, because sometimes the white can discolour.
Okay.
Not with Sculpey, I've never found it with Sculpey, but you're better to do it twice than scorch it and ruin it.
So tell me again, so how would I do that then?
Pop it in the oven, 15 minutes, take it out, check it and make sure that it's fine. It's still be quite soft. Yeah, it might be quite soft. And if you're doing tubes or what have you, then you've got a chance to cut the clay. It stays soft for about 20 minutes. And if you're happy with the bead and it's quite thick, pop it back in the oven for another 15-20 minutes and recook it. It's much better to do that than leave it for half an hour and it scorch and ruin.
Okay.
So just check it.
So that's a bead.
That's a bead.
You just talked about the using the baking trays and using things. So I'm going to just lift this one now and say, okay, I promised you, and I absolutely guarantee that the Essentials kit is everything you need to get started. You can use a cocktail stick if you prefer. You know, you've got those options. Actually, there's one other thing. We haven't used that either. We must remember to do that.
Well, I said roll things. If you want a perfect round, then you use it to roll. And also, if you wanted a bicone bead, you pop your bead on. This might not work, it's got a hole in the middle now. But you pop your bead on your tray and you use your acrylic. Go round and round and round and round and round, and it comes into a bicone. Okay, and then if you wanted to...
Right, can I just tell you that Tom is just did exactly the same. The two of us went, oh! We were both really excited.
And then if you want to make the same shape as those beads of the early bird, you stand it on its end, like that. Stand it on the point, okay, and then press down. And you've got a lovely shaped lentil bead. You have to do it a little bit more to be as flat as those, but you do get a perfect round.
It would look gorgeous with it though, wouldn't it?
I'd probably put a hint of turquoise in it, but yes it would. You could get them the same sort of size if you wanted to. Once it's been gloss varnished and sanded, it looks a lot.
And we are going to talk about finishings later on, aren't we?
Absolutely.
We are going to talk about
Varnishing
how you finish it all, because we've got to the point where you've put it in the oven and it's set. But now, after that, it's about the finishing touches. It's about just giving it that varnish. It's about taking care of it.
Is amazing.
Using the sandpaper,
sanding
etc.
pads and the varnish.
So we'll go all through that later on in the show. So don't worry if you've gone, oh, I'm there, I'm with you, Vix, I want to go for this one. But what about the end result?
Yeah.
The good news is we will take you through the end results later on, I mean, again, very simple but incredibly effective.
Absolutely.
I mean that's just one part. In truth, if you wanted to just create a little bail, and that could be a beautiful. If I gave you the the little mini cutter, the circle, you could make it just a little simple pendant, couldn't you?
Could do. Can I just say how much we've used though? We've used about an inch and a half of that, and we've made 2 beads, and you'll probably make about 12 out of that, and that's a quarter.
I mean, it's almost like a 16th, really, isn't it, of the actual block?
Yeah,
I mean, I am rubbish at maths, but
it's just ridiculous how cost-effective it is to make things.
That's just gone so far. Do you know what I mean? In the back of my mind right now, I'm going, can we go to a break just so I can try it again? I want another go. I want to
for a bracelet, if you did beads
like
like that, you probably need, I'd probably put a black onyx bead in between or something. You need 6 to 8 beads to make a bracelet. So you've got 2 bracelets out of an 1/8 or a quarter of the pack, and the pack costs, how much? 190 something, I think, on the website. So how much is that? Pence.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Pence.
Amazing. Right, so that's your basics, that's your must-haves, that's your introduction, the starter jewellery maker toolkit. Now that can be advanced, and you've used, we were just talking about the little pins. You did a little bit of interesting research.
I did.
On the price of these pins.
Yes, very expensive.
Very expensive elsewhere. If you do some research, and once again, that today is all about just having the time of 30-day money-back guarantee to do some research, you will get these pins as part of our baking tray rack. These baking tray racks are fantastic.
They are. They're really good, actually. Once you get into polymer clay, you'll wonder how you ever cope without them. They keep your oven nice and clean and tidy. I mean, you can use a foil dish if you want to, but it's so easy, and anyone who comes on the course will see I bake hundreds of beads during the day for all the students. I have 3 of these in a row in my little camping oven, and you can get hundreds of beads along here, and you just feed them on, put them onto the little supports. You have a cutting guide on the side here if you want to do a 45-degree perfect cut. You can put your clay block in there and cut it with the blade. If you want to rest larger pendants, there's some rests here which are quite useful for hooking earrings and bits and pieces over the top. You've then got a very large acrylic sheet for doing bangles. If you want to do a large sausage of clay,
Yes.
you don't have to do a little one and get an indent and nice large acrylic. Do not bake onto this. I know with the original packaging, we had a problem that we copied from the manufacturer's instructions, and it said, put your clay onto the acrylic sheet and bake. Don't do that, it'll melt.
Okay.
This take out and use for rolling your clay, but pop this inside if you're using your own oven and not a separate craft oven. Pop this inside an old roasting tin or something like that, and then get some foil and cover with a tent of foil.
Okay.
And that's not because it's going to damage your oven, it's just that it just protects it if there is a smell, or if you leave it in there too long and it does burn, you're not going to get fumes in your oven. It's like if you burn toast, it smells horrible and it takes ages to get rid of the smell. It's not toxic at all, it just has a horrible smell. And you don't want to put food in there afterwards. So I would cover it just in case.
So you just put a little tent of foil
Just tent of foil over the top of a roasting dish.
Okay, that's fair dues. So you get the little, what would you call them?
Pins.
Pins. So you get a little, some of the pins. How many do you get in total? 3, 9, 10? 10.
10. Right,
You're getting 10 of your pins, and you're also getting the baking rack itself, plus the acrylic sheet for one price. Now this is not an essential.
Nope.
This is just a really, really good way of making
Absolutely.
polymer clay even easier.
It just makes it really easy. I put this on my craft table, and as I'm making my beads, I feed them on and I put them on there. Even with, so if you even get a cocktail stick will fit across.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
you know, it's been made to a size that you can use cocktail sticks if you want to put a larger bead,
And
a
you see,
larger
the
hole.
thing is like really, when you look at the potential here, you could make yourself feature bracelets, feature.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and
if you had a pendant, you just put it underneath the beads. You just put it on the rack underneath the beads, and then the beads can sit on top and the pendants can go underneath. You can get loads on one baking tray. It's amazing. And then when you finish, you just lift it out, put it on your craft table, and you take them off as and when you want, and they're ready there for you to sand or do whatever you want with them.
Fantastic. So this is your polymer clay baking tray with the pins. It's not an essential, but it is something that will really help. Now, if you've already done polymer clay and you haven't got the baking tray, this is a really good next step to your purchasing. Excuse me. If you just want to try polymer clay out, and you haven't got the instinct of going, okay, I don't want to buy lots of things, then this isn't for you. But for those of you who really know that polymer clay is something that works for you already, or alternatively, you want to really go for it and get something that's going to make a difference to making it easier and probably more effective.
And someone's got a starter kit, perhaps you're thinking, what on earth can I buy somebody for a birthday present or a Christmas present? There's an add-on, there's something extra they probably wouldn't buy themselves.
Absolutely.
But you can treat them to something
And the good
extra.
news is it's not a fortune.
No.
The good news is your price tag for the baking tray is $7.95. $7.95, and yet for $7.95, so good value for money.
Well, I know the pins you can't buy for those. On a different website, I shan't say how much, but on a different website you can't buy the pins for $7.95. Pins are more expensive than that.
On another website. Another very well-known jewellery website. Do your own research. Do your own research. We can't say anything other than do your own research.
Yeah.
It is always worth checking what's happening elsewhere. And when you come to Jewellery Maker, there is so many times that Debbie says to me, I don't know how we do it. I don't know how we do it. I don't know how. The simple facts are we do it and we just enjoy the results. You enjoy the results, that's for sure. $7.95 for not just the pins. And as Debs has just said, you actually can't get the pins for this price tag on other websites. You're getting the pins and the baking tray and the acrylic board as well for $7.95. As I say, it's not an essential. I'm not going to say it's an essential because the bundle that we've done, that's the essential starter kit. But this
It makes life easy.
Absolutely.
You know, if you've got all the equipment around, I'm dreadful for gadgets. If I do a hobby, I want the lot. Like yesterday, I just wanted everything that Liz brought in. But I just find it makes it easier, and the easier it is, the more you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just simple, and I just keep that by me, by my tile, And as I make them, I put them on the pins, and then you're not leaving them on the desk and leaning on them, and they're not flattening, and they're not getting covered in dust.
And do when you've brought them out of the oven, once you've let them set for a little bit, do you then just pull out
pull them off.
they literally just come off easily?
Absolutely.
Perfect. £7.95 is all you pay for the baking tray. Now, I have something else that I think I want to introduce to you, if that's all right, and that's the DVD.
Oh, right, yeah,
Right?
okay.
Because for me, the DVD is something that perhaps I would go as close to say is an essential alongside the starter kit. I'd say this isn't the essential. For me, the DVD is pretty much...
You can stop it and start it and stop it and start it and watch it at your own speed, and it takes you through the 3 basic canes that are in every design. Once you've learnt these canes and start to look at some of the polymer clay really intricate designs, you'll start to say, oh, that's made up of a spiral and that's made up of and you'll start to see that actually it's not quite as daunting. So this takes you through the basics and then how to put all those together to make the kaleidoscope cane, which you see on the front there. So, and it also adds gemstones to it, and they do work well together.
And this is the DVD, and I have to tell you, I have not one person say to me anything other than our DVDs are brilliant. And we have got some fantastic DVDs available.
You look at some of the price of some craft DVDs, my goodness me, they're really good value.
And they're easily like kind of a tenner, and yet same length without perhaps a third of the techniques that we put into our DVDs. I always think to myself, gosh, we could have made 3 or 4 DVDs out of one. You know, we always cram in as much as possible.
We do actually.
In fact, we did that about 2 weeks ago. Myself and Debbie have done a DVD with Rachel Norris, and we did it together. And we were literally, we've got like in my ear, right, Vicki, we've got 5 minutes left to fill.
What can we do?
Can we do 5 minutes? And I was like, well, surely we don't need to do anything. They're like, yeah, we could do this technique. All right then, we'll do one more technique in 5 minutes. You see, our DVDs are literally from start to finish full of technique. They're full. It's not chat. It's just showing you how you get started into or creating or advancing your techniques.
Absolutely.
This DVD, for me, right, I know that I've said the essentials kit is all you need. If there's one other purchase you're going to make today, for me, it's the DVD.
On average, there's about 6 projects on each one. Yeah. 6 stages. So it takes you through right from start to finish.
Yeah, and the basics doesn't mean that you're just going to get one technique to finish off with. Actually, that's the exact opposite almost of our DVDs.
Yes,
I think a lot of people often expect when it's a basics DVD, you'll get perhaps slower. We give you techniques in a very easy way, but we fill the DVD with different ways to advance your own techniques from whatever your skill set. So this is your DVD basics, $4.95 for that DVD. Please, again, and I know I've said this 3 or 4 times, please will you do your research on the price of DVDs elsewhere. For technique DVDs, you could be easily paying £10, £15, a £5. And that's why I'm saying, in my estimations, if you're just going to buy the basic toolkit today, the basic starter kit, the only other thing that I'd suggest that perhaps you'd invest in is the DVD. Right. The baking tray, I think, is a great idea, and in principle, the price point is great.
You're right,
but it's not an essential.
No, but as a present, you could put that and the starter kit together. What a lovely gift, isn't it?
That would be really good, actually. What we're talking about, that'd be about £22, wouldn't it? Perfect. That's a great price point, actually, isn't it?
It is, and I think if you're thinking about Christmas or Christmas fairs or what have you, you could buy that and sell it on for goodness sake.
Yeah, let's not think about that. £4.95, £4.95, businesswoman talking there. £4.95 is all you pay for your Sculpey Clay Basics DVD. Now, the only other thing that I will then add on top of this is that you have mentioned the roller a couple of times.
Once you've used it, you won't want to put it down.
Now you do get with the toolkit, you do get the acrylics. You do get the acrylics, which are the rollers, right? So you don't need this. And I'm trying to be as honest as possible about this. I am just trying to be as honest with you as a brand new buyer to Sculpey Clay. I'm trying to be as honest as I can be about what you need. Okay, so you don't
need this. But you will want it.
That's it. You might not need it, but you'll want it because the results are fantastic. This is basically that, but in a really, really souped up way that makes a massive difference.
It does. It makes life a lot easier.
And not just easier, but really efficient.
Yes, it makes your work more professional because you'll get uniform sheets of clay. Because when you do the rolling, it's like with pastry, you don't get it perfectly even. You might get a bumpy bit in the middle and bubbles and things. Whereas with this machine, you don't. You get a nice even sheet of clay, and you know that every time you put through the colours, it's going to be exactly the same.
And so there is definite benefits. There's a lot of pros to this.
And it saves time.
Exactly. So for anybody who perhaps would like to get that professional finish, again, I'll say to you, this is the roller that you need to actually get the essentials to create what we've already done today. But if you want to get something that'll make it more efficient and perhaps professional, this is your, which is effectively
investment.
A pasta machine.
Yes.
Effectively, that's what it is.
It is.
It's not, because you can't use it for pasta if you've used it for clay. I repeat, you cannot use this for pasta making if you're making it with clay.
No.
Don't mix the two together.
It's very difficult to get underneath the guards. You can't clean it properly.
So this is a variant grade of thickness that you can squeeze out.
This is well used, so I have wiped it, but I apologise for the finger marks all over. On the side there is a dial, and it's a ratchet dial that you pull out and turn. Okay, you pull out and you turn. I've got it from a 1 to a number 9. Number 1 is the thickest, and number 9 is the thinnest. Okay. So I've got it on number 1 at the moment, and the way we use it, Tom, I'm just going to put this to the front of the desk if that's okay. The way you use it is you have a clamp which goes through the hole that's in the side.
Does it come with the clamp?
Yes, it comes with the clamp, goes through the hole, and then that will go underneath your table. Obviously, if you've got it on your best dining room table, I'd put some felt or something, otherwise it will damage, because you really push the handle on this. You have to have it clamped.
Okay.
And then you have a handle. I apologise, I dropped mine and my end cracked. I do apologise, but it's normally got a nice
Here's one you make
end.
it. Here's
There
one
we
you
are.
make it.
That's what it's normally like. The reason you have to have it on the end of your table is that when you wind it, it goes below the level of your table, okay? It goes below the level of the table. So that's why you have to have it on the edge. Right. So if I was to put a little sausage, which I was doing earlier with the acrylic,
Petit sausage.
Petit sausage.
Nice.
Into the top of the machine, like so.
Yes.
Okay, like that. And if I just pop the handle in and then feed it through, whoops, wrong way around. Feed it through and turn it. Comes out nice and
That was
flat.
really easy.
Well, it is because it's really soft. Don't try and force through clay if it's hard, because you'll damage the rollers. It will push them apart and
So you just
make
want it
them
to be
really
a little bit warmer.
Yes.
Do that sausage foldy thing.
That's it, sausage foldy thing, that's the one. So,
Technical.
so this is what you need, and you can see it's a nice uniform thickness of clay.
Yeah.
And for anyone who does Celtic canes or what have you, you get used to the thicknesses and you know what design you can do on the different numbers.
Okay.
So that is essential, really.
So that is basically doing effectively what this would do, but in a very easy way.
Seconds.
I've got to tell you that if you went onto a certain website, or alternatively you flick through one of the very big jewellery making magazines, you would find a very well-known brand.
Yep.
Probably one of the biggest brands in jewellery making.
I couldn't possibly say, yes.
But you would find an almost identical machine, almost different, but almost identical, for over £40.
Just launched it, yeah.
Just launched, and it's brand new, and you'll find it in your magazines. If you're a jewellery maker, have a quick flick through and you'll find it. You will find a very similar clay rolling machine, not the same, but very similar, will do pretty much exactly the same for over £40, or alternatively, you can buy it at Jewellery Maker for £14.95. Do you want £30 in your pocket, or do you want to spend it on another brand that really effectively is going to do exactly the same job?
Well, either you buy the roller for £40 or you buy the starter kit and the roller and everything else. DVD.
And the DVD. And you can get some gemstones for the same price. Oh, let me have a think about that
And
one.
I have supplied these for the Polymer Clay Guild, and I have used these in my workshops, and you can imagine that different people are heavy-handed, light-handed, and I've used them in every single workshop, and I've only ever had one ratchet go, and that was a manufacturing fault. They hadn't soldered it inside. But other than that one machine, I've never had one fail on me.
And like you've
They've
worked
used
with
them
these
over
yes.
and over, and with different people using them as well. They're well used, so yeah, they're very good. They're excellent.
$14.95. $14.95. Again, do your research. This is what I've got to keep on telling you. Certainly with our polymer clay prices, we do some incredible price. I mean, we genuinely do.
Absolutely.
I mean, Debbie's one of the country's experts on this.
I don't know about that.
You are. Stop it.
Oh, no.
She always does
No,
it. No, I'm not.
I've been doing it for a number of years. There are some people that have been doing it for, 30 plus years.
She is she's literally one of the leading experts. So when yes, you are. Debbie, when Debbie says it is, she's gone all coy. Oh, shucks me.
I just love craft, and if you know that there's something that is good value, then it's good value. You just.
And you can find your own facts out. You don't have to go from what Debs and I are saying. Quite simply, go and do your own research. And the reason that we're so confident with our pricing is because we do spend a lot of time research. We do spend a lot of time really understanding our market so that we can effectively say, look at what we can do. Go out and pay £40 if that's what you want to do. If you wanted a branded something, if you wanted just something to have certain words on it, and that's it, and does exactly the same job as what this is doing, fine. Go and spend your £40 if that's what you want to do. Or alternatively, get an incredibly practical, incredibly effective tool that will make your jewellery making really effective and spend $14.95. I don't know about you, but if I had £40 in this hand and $14.95 in this hand, and I had to hand it over to somebody to buy pretty much the same thing, I know which one I'd choose.
Yeah.
And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is as simple as that. And I use the same if you went into some of your glossy magazines, they do this like kind of price research on the same pair of trousers, right? You can buy the designer pair of trousers for £350, or you can go to the high street and you could actually buy, them for $19.95.
And I think you have to remember, this is going to be used for craft. When you first open it up, it's all nice and shiny and new and what have you. I mean, I've had these for ages and they still shine up beautifully, but it is for craft. Yes. You're not going to sit in your front room and look at it. So get something that's good value.
Absolutely.
And use it and use it and use it.
Absolutely. $14.95. And as I say, when you start to think about Debbie's expertise and your reputation really is important. And I know you say that you're not an expert and you know that, but the simple fact are you are, and your reputation is really important to you. It has to be, right? Because that's your job, right? Your skills is one thing, but you are as a person an expert in your field.
You're always learning there. I mean, I learn every time I see other polymer clay artists. You always learn.
But in my opinion, if you're saying something's great value for money, you've got to say that with absolute expertise and knowledge.
Oh yeah, because I have a lot of people use it, and I know it doesn't break. It does the job.
So for me, that really makes a difference. $14.95 for your clear roller machine there. We have just one more reminder for what you've got with your starter kit today. So the starter kit comes with the black and the white polymer clay blocks. On top of that, you also get the roller, you get two of the acrylics, you're also going to get 3 sanding pads.
Yes, you get all your blades.
All the blades, yes.
The cutters, you get the 7 cutters.
Yes,
perfect
with
cutters.
that perfect
and the
bail
box, because the box is like £2 or £3 when you buy those.
All of this starter kit coming in at less than £18. That is your starter kit for 70. Look at that shit. She even did the little bit of an eyebrow twitch there as well.
I did.
$17.95 is all you pay on this one. Hold those phones if you've got a phone in your hand for this one. It is a free phone number that you're dialing, 0800 644 655, or alternatively join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. $17.95 for that starter kit. It's been very well received. Not surprised by that. Not surprised. We have got some visitors in the studio. Hello to everyone.
Hello.
How exciting.
Hi.
Welcome to our very small studio.
Yes,
I promise you, and we keep on saying this, we've set it for probably about 4 or 5 months now, so I don't know how long it's going to last, but hopefully the studio will get big. Really? September? Hang on.
It's nearly September.
It's nearly September. What, we're going to have a new... I've been on holiday for 2 weeks. They've obviously just told that to everybody.
You've been
I've been hula hooping with me because we're playing now. September, we're going to get a big studio.
Yes.
Boom! Oh, so this is the small studio, everyone. I'm talking. You're going, who on earth is she talking to? We have got, you're in the, is this the Beading Basics, isn't it? The Beading Basics course that we run. And we run lots of courses with you, with Polymer Clay. We also do some business courses. We do loads of different courses to introduce you to wire work, whatever your skill set is, whatever you want to advance yourself, or maybe you just want to get started and you want some advice and you want people to hopefully lead you through. Well, this is our fantastic, I don't know whether we can get everybody. There's loads of people today. Hello, shall we go this way? I'm going to go this way so I can say hello to everyone. Just whack them in. Are you going to come in? Are you going to come in? Come on in, everyone. We have some serious, we've got, hello. How are you?
Big.
You're not big, you look fantastic. I always want to touch babies. Step away, that sounds just wrong. Hello. Oh, we've got some Jensen as well. Hello there. Hello, Richard, pleased to meet you. So, have you started yet?
No.
You've just got the tour. The tour of the nearly there studios that we're building in advance of other places, and so you're just getting a sense of we are in mid-construction. We are literally in mid-construction at the moment here at our big studios actually, but at the moment quite small studios. And so you haven't got started, but you're excited? And have you already made jewellery and this is where you're about to learn some new techniques? Or you're just literally getting started?
Become addict.
Addicted, officially addicted. And so you're ready to do something with that addiction. We're going to help you through this. We're going to support you through this addiction. I know, we're very kind like that. And so you obviously do make jewellery.
Yes.
I can see. Oh no, I can tell. Have you made that? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's from Egypt. Oh, we need to go to Egypt then. Shall we pack our bags and go already? Yes, let's, why not? Well, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm hoping that by the end of the show, I can come up and see how you're getting on, because I know the Beading Basics, actually you learn a lot really quickly. I know that the past 2 classes that I've been to at the end of the show, there's been such results so quickly. I was thinking to myself, my goodness me, I've only been gone for a couple of hours and you've got so many results. So I look forward to seeing how you get on today. And if you want to be part of our courses, if you want to learn how to perhaps just start jewellery making or maybe advance your skills, we do wire work. As I say, we do sculpted clay with Debbie as well. Whatever your interests are, we do have plenty of courses. How about we tell you a little bit more about that in the break? We'll tell you a little bit more about, how about Debbie's course? Is that a good one? Let's do it.
New to Polymer Clay? Then why not come and join us on our Polymer Clay for Beginners course? Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through the basic techniques of creating bead shapes, basic canes, pendants, feature beads and much more. You will get the chance to design and craft your own pieces, which you can then take home. During the course of the day, you will get to have a backstage tour of the studios, meet the presenters and have a trip to our jewellery shop. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, buffet style lunch and refreshments, all for just $64.95. For details of course dates and availability, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker is such a fun channel to watch, even if you're not buying anything. The presenters and the guest designers are absolutely fabulous. I also love it because it's given me a common interest with my sister. We live a long way apart and we are very completely different in our outlook on life, and we now have something that we can converse with and we both enjoy.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Add to your collection with our Sculpey Clay Basics DVD, full of handy tips and hints for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she teaches us how to create basic canes, kaleidoscope canes, bead shapes and much more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Well, literally, we went to come live there and I just went into a massive cough fit. So sorry about that little gap there. I thought, oh, I've got a proper weird... I sound really chesty, but I'm not. As we all know, I'm deficient in that size. We have lots... Sorry, Jack. Sorry, a little bit too close to the knuckle. Jack's just nearly swallowed his tea there. We have lots and lots to be able to bring you today. We've got our amazing kits because, of course, I know that we've got the lovely Debs in for her polymer clay techniques, but Debbie's not just about polymer clay, she's about incredible jewelries and inspiring designs, and she's got some fantastic ideas for your jewelry kits as well today. So we've got 3 brand new kits, all of them in sterling silver findings. Now, for me, that's a treat and a half, because I know standardly we'll do 1 in silver and then a couple in the silver plating, but for me, this is a great day because I've got sterling silver findings with, I would suggest, some of the best price points we've done for a very long time for our kits for sterling silver. Some of the very best price points. Make the most of what you've got coming your way today. I promise you, the price points are really going to get you going, really going to get you going. Right, I'm going to get straight down to the kit, am I? Or can I go down to this? This is because as the ladies were leaving and the gents were leaving to go off onto their course, one of our ladies, and I didn't catch her name, went to pick up one of our strands. I was like, no, should I go? No, but it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I have got the most fantastic banded agate coming your way. Before that, I want to bring you this. Now, if you got our early bird, this would be a fantastic addition. Oh.
Perfect. Made for each other, really.
They were made for each other. Yes, literally made for each other. If you've got that early bird, then you need to get this 3-strand pack. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's a must-have. I don't feel like it's a suggestion. I feel like I almost need to go, you have to do this. You have to get this as a combination. If you've got the early bird, you've got to get the 3 strands. And if you've got the 3 strands, have we got any more of the early bird left? Okay, very, very limited, but I have got a handful left. With that in mind, if you want the early bird, get it now. Have you got the code for the early bird? YLGP68. YLGP68. That's the early bird. While I've got the stock, and I say it's very restricted availability, there's no doubt, this is a must-have 3 or 4 strand offer. Just take a look at this. That just works, doesn't it? Okay, I'll take the early bird away, but if you get that, or if you've got it, this is a must-have. And I'm being very imperative. I'm saying quite simply, you must get this 3-strand pack if you've got the early bird. And this is a combination of such delightful looks. You've got here the freshness of those blue quartz faceted to long drops. They are 30 by 10 millimeter. 3 centimeter drops, creating some fantastic earrings. I can imagine just 2 of those to create just very simple drop design. They would be fantastically elegant. and yet, you know, so simple. I always say it, you know, sometimes you don't need to go too elaborate. You don't need to go overly dramatic. Sometimes the most effective jewellery can be the most simple of styles. And really, that simple pear drop would be a fantastic addition to your ears to get that real quality of colour and that freshness of that richness of blue. So you've got your turquoise blues of your quartz faceted long drops. Matching alongside that, I love these sugar cubes. They are glorious, aren't they? You've got here your white cracked quartz cubes. These are 12mm. And as you can see, if I just rotate, the internals of this gemstone are fascinating. This beautiful, internally textured stones are so interesting. Clarity characteristics is how you'd call this. Clarity characteristics. You've got there those beautiful, well, we'd call them thermal shock textured, because the way that the internal dynamics of this stone are created is that the gemstone is exposed to very intense heat and then instantly given an intensity of cold, and then the crystal structure almost creates this crackled effect, like an ice cube. When you put an ice cube into water, whatever temperature the water is, it has that crackled effect, go just like that, and you get those internal veins. That's what you get with this. The sound effect doesn't come with the stones, I'm sorry about that. 12mm you've got there of your crackled quartz, and they are corner drilled, so they're right in the side, so you've got that real texture, almost contemporary feel to this design, I'd say. You know, something a little bit different, but mix it with the blues. And then to finally add on, we're bringing you a strand of your white wood plain rounds as well. Those are 12mm, and again, just complement, don't they? Really complement the finishing touches. I've got to add in this one more time, I'm sorry, but I have to do it, because if you have got that early bird, for me, that is an essential combination. That is just a delight, an absolute delight. And one P&P for the whole day. I tell you what, you've got that one strand for less than £6. Less than £6 for that early bird. I hope I've got some left because I'm talking about it and probably people now want to buy it. I'm hoping that I've got, I'm not guaranteeing that I've got, but if you want it, just try on those phone lines and see if you've got it. It is available. It's restricted stock now. Early bird, if you've got it, congratulations. To add to your order on a single postage and packing of £2.95, this 3-strand pack, white quartz, blue quartz with your white wood, is less than £10. Seriously, less than £10. We've just done the early bird for less than £6. Now we do 3 strands for less than £3.32 each. £3.32 a strand you're looking at there. What a chance to make the difference to you. You see, I don't say add it to your order unless I know it's going to be cost effective. Again, I am a stickler for believing that I only will say something if I genuinely know that it's the case. If you've got that early bird, it's a no-brainer that you're then going to add on this 3-strand combination. Those 3 strands are coming in as 3. Hang on. That one strand is £3.32. If you put £3.32 into your hand right now and walked into a jeweller's shop, you're not going into a, an accessory store, because those are synthetic gemstones. These are genuine gemstones. This is the real deal. You're getting over 490 carats of quartz with just that strand. What would you get for £3.32 elsewhere? You cannot even get a watch battery for £3.32 these days. And I know my husband's watch has just gone down the drain. It was a very expensive watch, very, very expensive watch, which I bought for him as a very special treat. And I don't do very special treats like that very often, and I shan't do it again, because after about 4 years of him wearing it, it's now kapunk. Guess how much it's going to cost us to fix it? £329.
Wow.
To fix it. Not to buy another one, to fix it.
Goodness me.
Not a happy face, not a happy face. And the only reason we're going to fix it is because it was a very special gift between my husband, a very special gift, right? And it was his, 30th birthday. So I was like, yeah, fair dues. I'll buy you something extra special. I would never normally spend a lot of money on that kind of thing, but I did. Never again. I tell you what, never again. When he's 40, I tell you what, he'd be lucky if he gets a soggy tea bag, because there's no way I'm buying him anything. He doesn't even like tea. He hates tea. Never drinks tea. But you're getting a soggy tea bag. I'll tell you what, you're not getting a posh watch again. £9.95. But this is what I mean. Watch batteries, they cost more than £3.32. For each one of these strands, £3.32. Genuine gemstones. They're exquisite, aren't they?
So beautiful. They're just sunshine, aren't they? They're just Spain. You always see those colours of the seaside and clouds in the sky.
Yes. Let's go, Debbie. Let's go. Let's go on holiday. I know we've just been on holiday, but let's go back on holiday.
Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And as I say, I know, like I'm adding on the early bird to this, but I'm doing it for a reason. I honestly say, if you're getting the 3 strands, you've got to get the early bird. And if you've got the early bird, you've got to get the 3 strands. They work so well together. They are almost essentials to complement each other. They really are. An amazing offer. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, congratulations if you got that one. The 3 strands are £9.95 and then the early bird is £6.95, and I am restricted in stock on the early bird. I've got just a few left. Very restricted in availability, but I do still have a few left. Sorry, apology. Okay, moving on. This is the one that one of our viewers, as she was going, and I wish I'd caught her name, but I didn't. She said, and she went to pinch them. She literally picked them up and went to walk off with them. No, don't do it. That's because they're gorgeous. And I absolutely, not that I condone thieving, but I understand why you'd want to thieve these beautiful, these are awesome. Totally and utterly awesome. Oh, this must be one of those, if you are a naturally creative person, this must be one of those strands, certainly for this one, actually no, both of them, that you just go, oh, there's so much potential, they're so exciting. We've got here an amazing double strand offer of your banded agate, and I've got to, okay, let's go for large first. Let's go for the larger feature. Just check that out. I am fascinated by banded agate. I really am fascinated. I guess because I've actually been on location, I've actually been to mines. I guess my principle is that I understand how you literally have to slice through the earth to source genuine gemstones. This is not about walking into a factory and somebody stamping out the same look each time. This is actually going to Mother Nature and slicing through the core of the earth. This is actually the makeup of the earth that you're looking at here. And when you start to see this ridging and this formation internally, when you see those bands, that's basically just how the earth has formed. And if you were to slice right through the center of the core of the earth, you would get these lines, you'd get these age rings, and those are the formation of different forms of crystal structure. They're also the formation of different heat temperatures, and because of that, this is the creation of, quite simply, Mother Earth. It sounds so very poetic, and yet that's exactly what it is. It's poetic because it is. It's an incredibly exciting stone to own. And the banding just proves to you how unique a gemstone is when it comes like this. And I've got to just show you the variants, because each one of them is totally different. Each one has its own story, and that's because each part of the earth, each part of the locations that we're sourcing from, have different penetrations of heat, different crystal formations within that structure, and that's when you get this resulting banding. And oh, that's a gorgeous one. Each one of these would be a feature pendant. Each one of them would offer you something totally and utterly unique to the neckline, or perhaps as a feature to the wrist. They are double-headed almost. So you've got 2 pyramids. Bi-pyramid, perhaps we could call them. Bi-pyramids, yeah, that's fair to call it, isn't it? A bi-pyramid. And you can see there a magnificent individuality to each one of them. Some of them richer and darker, some of them lighter and more Oh, look at that one. Oh, I mean, you couldn't draw that, could you?
I just think they're stunning. And this winter, you won't see so much black. You'll see a lot of chestnut and dark brown and lots of smoky greys in the shop. And those would just, well, imagine those with a smoky grey sort of pair of trousers and a
beautiful
silver grey polo neck jumper or something, and those, oh, just stunning.
And there's quite a lot of tweeds and checks coming in.
Yep,
and I've
absolutely.
noticed that there's quite a lot of structured, like almost like fitted trousers.
Yes.
You know, like those almost fluted edge trousers,
Yes.
but they are patterned and they're printed.
Yep.
They're not plain. They're going with
No.
bringing together like your greys with your pinks, bringing together like the browns and the oranges. These tweed. It's going to be a big. I can just, you know, already you can see the tweeds coming through.
That's right.
And these colours are really going to lift
Yeah,
that
you've
look,
got two
aren't they?
definite sections. You've got the as you say, the lovely oranges coming through with the bronzes, and then you've got the ice cream colours. You've got two completely separate colours.
Which is
coming in for
exciting,
winter.
really, as a creator.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But they're beautiful.
Exquisite by pyramids again. They're 30 by 22. They're significant size. They really are a significant size. You're getting 760 carats within one strand. One strand, 760 carats. Now, if that wasn't enough, we're going to take you over 1,000 carats by introducing to you another feature strand of your banded agate. This time we're going for those sorbet colours. We're going for the perfect lemon freshness. Oh, sorry, that was my foot on the footstool. You've got there an amazing drop design of faceted banded agate. That is over 1,000 carats in one 2-strand offer. I love it.
Sorry, interrupt.
No, go.
The second strand reminds me a little bit of Botswana agate. I don't know why, but there are one or two in there that have got some wonderful banding. And if you were to put the two strands together, I don't think you'd see the difference actually.
And the
in
nice
some
thing
way.
is like the freshness that you're getting from this
absolutely.
is so unique, because I don't think that we've seen this colour of banded agate before.
No.
We've done some different colours, we've done some different variants. I don't think we've done this type of fresh lemon, almost lemon to mustard.
Well, you see, I would wear those with sort of a winter white or a camel pair of trousers. That's a really nice classic.
Oh, you are a classy lady.
Well, I just like, or put that with a bit of pyrite or to make it more contemporary. But right at the other end of the strand, there's one I've noticed that's got banding right at the other end. Is the one there with the two different colours? Am I seeing that?
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful.
So interesting. And one strand can offer so many different variants.
I know.
And for some people, right, they want uniformity. And actually, then don't buy genuine gemstones, because if you want uniformity, you can get it, but it's actually the delight of genuine gemstones is the exact opposite, is that you're getting something different. You're getting something totally individual from every single gemstone. You're getting the same colour palette, but you're getting a range of tones within that colour palette. You're getting the lightness of lemons, you're getting the richness of mustard, you're getting the sunshine of golden tones, and that's all in each gemstone. And I'm just talking about, I mean, literally each gemstone can offer you something totally unique. Each one of them is going to catch the eye in a different way. I mean, just look at that one. I mean, glorious banding to it. That's like a pear. Beautiful look. You've got there a really exciting individual strand. That on its own behalf, I could sell no problem. I can tell you that without hesitation. I could bring you just that for the price tag that I'm about to bring you. I could bring that 700 carat, I could just introduce that to you as a single offer. For the price you're about to get, I would offer you just one of these strands, and I'd be happy with my price offer. And I'm bringing you both for $11.95.
Wow.
Aha. 1,000 carats is some of our finest agate. And I say this with all honesty, this is some of our best agate we've ever had in our vaults. And we're bringing it to you for $11.95. Over 1,000 carats. And I've said it loads today, and I don't mean to, but I'm saying it again for a reason. I want you to do your research. I want you to go out there, and I want you to try and just go onto other websites. I tell you what, just type in agate. well, perhaps not a gate because you might get a fence and a post. So don't type in a gate. Put perhaps multicolour agate. That's it. Put multicolour agate. No, then you'd get just a painted gate, wouldn't you? Oh, how can you type multicolour agate jewellery? Agate jewellery. All right then, put agate jewellery, and hopefully you won't get a fence of the necklace. That's not what we're hoping for there. But if you do your research, there's not many chances that I know of around where you'll get this quality. And it's not just about pricing. For us, it's not just about pricing. It's price for quality. And that's when you'll get the integrity of us. Now, the first price that Deanna sees when she's just typed in agate jewellery, do you want to know what it is?
Go on then.
£120.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me one bit, because I've seen those in jewellers in Birmingham, just a pendant just with one.
That's it's the size.
For like £60–70.
Crazy!
I know.
It's crazy!
It is crazy.
And all you need is just to find Jewellery Maker, invest your own easy skills. And this is the thing that we've got to remind everybody, is that this is not about having to have amazing advanced technical skills for jewellery making. You can make the very simplest of designs with very, very simple resources and get the most magnificent results without having to spend £120, £60 for a single pen. You don't need to spend that money. Keep that money and keep it in your pocket. You need it. The simple facts are is you can create the most phenomenal jewellery with the tiniest amount of investment of £11.95, less than £12 for 2 feature strands. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. If you want to join us on the web, you can do so at www.jewellerymaker.com. I think that is one of our best price points for this type, and it's the quality. It's not just the gemstones, it's not just the carat weight, it's the quality that I've got to highlight. So if you do your price research and on strands, so if you're not going to go to the jewellery but you want to do a price research on the strands that we're offering you, do them based on not just the carat weight, do them on the quality. And that's something that we pride ourselves. After this length of time of being in the business as we have been, we've really honed our skills of finding the great quality and still getting great price tag. And that's just hard work. I can honestly say to Steve and Sarah, our buyers, and of course Sarah, part of our design team over on our sister channel, Gems TV. We are part of the Genuine Gemstone Company altogether, Gems TV, Gems TV Extra, and Jewellery Maker. We're all part of one company, and it's spearheaded by a husband and wife team, Steve and Sarah. And quite simply, after all of this time, and they've worked in the business for such a long time, they know how to do their job properly. They know how to get great quality. They know how to get great prices. And with that in mind, for our behalf, this is the result of their hard work. This is the result of their findings. £11.95 is all you pay. Congratulations if you got that one. That's got to be one of the best prices. I honestly say, if you haven't bought that one, I think you'll have missed out on something a bit special there. I don't think you'll get many quality pieces like that of that carat weight at that price point again. £11.95, honestly. Okay, Deanna's gone, okay, Vix. Okay, Vix, moving on. I know, but I'm honestly, that's a treat and a half. I think a lot of people might have underestimated that one. Don't underestimate that price point, because I don't think it's going to happen again. It's my instinct. Right. Shall we move on? We shall. We're going to move on to our Twilight Mist jewellery kit. We've had a couple of text messages in, a couple of people saying, what's Debbie doing next in terms of the polymer clay? Because I did mention that she had 2 different types of bundle to offer. We've done the starter bundle, and just to give you the heads up for those people who were wondering what else, because I know we've talked about it, but we didn't really get involved in it. We've got an advanced bundle as well coming up, haven't we, Debbie?
To add some extra bits and pieces, we've got a bundle coming up that includes gemstones and how to incorporate that with the clay, and some foils and some different techniques, yes.
So it's going to be a bit of a treat for those of you who are already involved in polymer clay and want to advance your techniques, perhaps use something that you've never used before. And as I say, the foil is fantastic. That's all to look forward to later on in the show. Thanks for your text messages, and hopefully that's answered your questions. So we're going to get down to this first jewellery kit. Man alive, our kits just get me going. I mean, seriously, this is crazy. This is a crazy amount for one kit. I mean, I remember the time when we did kits with 3 strands if you were lucky, and then some findings, and they gave you, 1 spool, and then that was it. Go on. This kit is redonkulous. Truthfully, I'm looking and thinking, where do I begin? Right, and I can hear Julie Andrews singing, start at the very beginning. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at the very beginning because it's a very good place to start. Because when you read, I'm joking, we have got for you 3 strands. This is just the start. This is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this offer. Whoa, right. First of all, smoky quartz. My eye is caught by the warmth of colour of smoky quartz. There is nothing more divine than the warmth of rich chocolatey copper colours of smoky quartz with that frosted finish to give it that subtlety of tone. I mean, smoky quartz has got a great lustre, but actually get it frosted and it goes subtle. It almost goes seductive. That's the word I'd say for smoky quartz when it's frosted. Seductive qualities, a real oozing velvet-like finish to your jewellery. That's what you're going to get with your frosted smoky quartz. You're getting a full strand of your faceted rondelles. These are 8 by 4 millimeter. That's nearly 200 carats in its own right. But we're adding on to this, and what I like about this combination is they're individually really exciting, but together they work so interestingly, and then they have got something a little bit special about them on each behalf. So you've got that lovely velvety seduction of the smoky quartz against then the lustrous beauty of your iridescent dark green shell pearl. And I think that combination is really interesting because you have got that matted finish to then that lustrous sheen to the pearls. Absolutely gorgeous qualities that you've got there. Now, if I was then to place on top of this a colour, I really think that this adds something totally different to perhaps what you would expect when we introduce to you fluorite. Because really for me, I'd have never put this as a combination of gemstones. I don't mind, I'd never go smoky quartz against fluorite, but when I see it, isn't it interesting how it just think outside of your box and boing, look at the result.
I would never have put that together. I didn't put this kit together. I think it's a stunning combination.
It's so interesting.
Combination. It's lovely. And the matte, as you say, the matte finish, just shows all the other gemstones off. It's almost like a backdrop. The necklace that you're wearing has the pearls and the smoky quartz, and you see those pearls shining beautifully.
And I think when you actually see it in action,
yeah.
And that's wearable for me, you see. And we talked about this yesterday, or I was working on last night. So I worked on Jewellery Maker yesterday evening, and I went straight onto a Gems, our sister channel. I did some Gems TV until 2 this morning, hence that's probably why I sound so dreadful. And I was talking about not just having great jewellery, I was talking about having great jewellery that you can wear. There is such a difference, right? I can often see people, you know, wearing jewellery that I know I love it, I love the look of it, but I'd never wear it because it just doesn't work for me. It's not practical, it's not wearable for me. And for me, what's the point of buying something or making something that you're never going to wear?
No.
It looks great, but what's the point of it?
No, I've got a real thing, as you know, that I would never make anything that I wouldn't wear myself, ever. Because what's the point? If I'm not going to wear it, then no one else is going to wear it. So
exactly. And my principle of that is that practicality has to be equal to the design in terms of its visual. It has to be wearable.
I would wear your necklace a lot.
That's exactly what I was about to say, because I'd wear this all the time. I'd put this on against, you know, a backdrop of my chocolates and creams that I've got on today, but actually I'd put it against a different backdrop of just plain whites.
Yeah,
you know,
or denim blues.
Denim blues.
Because the pearls have got the blues and the purpley tones to them. It pulls any colour out.
I love that combination. I love getting that sheen of the shell pearl against then the matted finish of the smoky quartz. I mean, that just looks delightful, doesn't it? But that's not all you get, you see, because you're getting the fluorite, and the fluorite just adds a different feel. I'm talking too much about it. I've just suddenly realised I'm talking about the gemstones, but actually I've got loads more to show you. Let me quickly show you the fluorite, because the fluorite, did you notice the thickness of the fluorite? Look at
really
that.
substantial, isn't it? It's lovely.
I
so
like
the colour's
that.
deeper on some of them as well.
Exactly. That's exactly the result. Fluorite I adore anyway. I'm a bit of a fan of fluorite. But here, you're actually getting 6 mil thick fluorite. So the actual square itself is 12 mil, but the thickness is half that. So it's a 6 mil thickness. That's really, really impressive. And it feels different. I mean, like perhaps you're probably averaging around about 3 to 4 mil on a normal square cut, but actually the extra couple of millimeters makes all the difference to the feel of these. They feel more substantial. There's something, I love them. I really love the thickness. I think they just add, and as Debbie said, almost an extra depth of colour to the fluorite, a little bit more intensity of those gorgeous shades of violets and purples, those lovely fresh lime greens coming through as well. It's a really interesting gem, and if you've never met fluorite before, if you've never been introduced to it, it is a really exciting strand that we offer you because it gives you a full range of colours that go from violets through to greens through to delicate pinks, a full range in one strand. I've got to move on from the strands because in principle that's just a tiny amount of what actually this kit is all about, because on top of the strands, shall I go to the findings? Because the findings is something that's really important with this because it's solid sterling silver findings that we're bringing you. Your findings include head pins, eye pins, crimp beads, shepherd hooks, open jump rings in 5 and 8 mil, and bolt ring clasp and jump rings as well. All of this plus memory wire. So useful. So 14 coils of your steel bracelet memory wire. It's 0.6 mil gauge, and if anybody watched our trade show last month, then you'll have seen, actually it must have been the beginning of this month. I said last month and they sort of went, oh, it couldn't have been that long ago. If you watched our trade show with Mark, he said that one of the biggest sellers that he has on his stall when he sells is memory wire bracelets. And all he uses is maybe 2 or 3 coils, and he just literally drops on several gemstones, creates a nice little finishing touch with a charm or something like that, and hey presto. And he charges around about 20, 30 pounds or something like that for these memory wire bracelets. And if you think about that, you've got what? The potential to make at least 4 memory wire bracelets. And if even for Christmas presents or birthday presents, that would be a great way to just make a difference. I've just got looked at it, I said Christmas. Look, we talk in advance here at Jewellery Maker because if you're making your jewellery, right, actually you're not going to think about it making it 2 days before Christmas. You're actually thinking about making it months in advance so that you've got
people
yourself...
that are doing craft fairs will have made their Christmas things probably.
Exactly, and that's what I mean. So I don't want to talk about Christmas in a negative way. I just want to talk about it in the fact that this is Jewellery Maker, so this is what we do. We talk about advance opportunities. We're talking about autumn and winter collection because that's where you're making your jewellery in hindsight for. On top of all of this, I love this colour. I mean, I genuinely love this colour. This is my kind of colour. Beautiful royal blue organza ribbon. You're getting 10 meters of royal blue organza ribbon. Now to match the organza ribbon, you're also gonna get the organza gift bags. Now you're getting 16 by 11 millimeter size royal blue organza gift bags. And if you are somebody who's going to sell or present as a gift to somebody, it's really nice to get that cohesion against getting the organza ribbon. Perhaps you're going to use it against the neck, or you're going to create some nice bracelets. I know that Debbie's used it in a beautiful memory wire bracelet. Do that and then just present it in an organza bag. There's a nice like fluidity, a cohesion of your style and your almost, it could be an ident to this range of jewellery that you've created. So that combination of the organza ribbons, the royal blues. Of course, because you're getting the organza ribbon, because we're like that, we also give you the finishing touches for your organza ribbon, and that's your extender chains and your lobster claw clasp cord ends. These are really simple to use. I mean, simply place the ribbon into the clasp, close it, and it is very, very easy. You could use whether you use a flat nose pliers or whether you just use it with your fingers. You can see there, I've just started to bend it in. All you do is place the end of the ribbon, close it in, and you've got a finishing detail to your, I mean, it's that effective, so fantastic. And it's an extender chain as well, which just again, just adds the detail to your jewellery making to get that extender. So those, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And you're also gonna get, I like this, I like that we're doing this. This really works for me. You're getting your matching beading thread to work with the blues. So you're getting here a combination of your dark blue beading thread, 50 meters of your dark blue beading thread. You're also getting 50 meters of the silver beading thread, and you're also getting your clear elastic. Now you get as standard your presentation gift bags, your purple organza bag, and you also get your little smaller gift bag. And I just want to highlight, these gift bags come with a little tag that says exactly what you've made. It's not advertising Jewellery Maker. It's not our way of just making sure that everybody knows who we are. It's actually saying what you've made, because our mindset is that if you're presenting your jewellery, you want to tell people what it is. You want to be proud of your creations. That's exactly what this is. Handmade gemstone jewellery that you're going to be creating. So you've got all of this. It feels like we've probably forgotten the beginning because we've got so much to go through. So let me go back to the beginning again, because those gemstones are fantastic. You've got your frosted smoky quartz, you've got your feature extra thick fluorite, plus you've also got your iridescent dark green shell pearl. On top of that, you've got your 14 coils of memory wire. You've got your organza ribbon, 10 meters of organza ribbon. You get 10 presentation organza bags. You're also getting your 2 different beading threads, your dark blue and your silver, plus your elastic. You'll get your cords finishings to go, 4 of those to go with your organza ribbon, plus you're also getting solid sterling silver. This is not silver plated. You're getting 46 pieces. That's including your boat ring clasp and jump rings as well. All of this coming in at one price. $27.90. That's for sterling silver. We do $27.95 for silver plated. I mean, genuinely, watch us tomorrow. If we've got any silver plated finding kits, they will be around this price point. And yet we're doing everything in abundance to accessorize, but the most important, probably the most exceptional thing about that price tag is that you're getting 46 pieces of solid sterling silver, including your bullet ring clasps, all for $27.95. That is phenomenal. That is a phenomenal offer. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Once you've dialed, we'll process your call in strict rotation. You can join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.27.95. I mean, again, I don't want to put my maths to the test there because I probably would fail drastically. But if you just took $27.95 and started to break down each aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9. 9 into 27 is 3. So basically, I'm saying for each component, £3 for each strand, £3 for the wire, £3 for £3 for all of the silver. If you broke it down like that, it is a no-brainer. I keep on saying that, but it is because I keep on going, that's just too good to miss out on. Too good an offer to lose out on. All of these feature offers, all of these are incredibly popular on their own behalf. Bring them together and we reduce the price to $27.95. That is one seriously good offer. That is one seriously exciting offer. $27.95 with your smoky quartz, with your feature fluorite and with your shell pearl, and all of this and you've got to see the jewellery. When you see the jewellery, that's when you really get an idea of the potential of wow factor. Now don't forget, I'm wearing a necklace from this, and we've already talked about this necklace because it's one of those necklaces that you just know you're going to get loads of wear out of. Loads and loads of wear out of.
I know.
But actually, I think that this is a combination of gemstones and designs where you'd get loads of wear out of every single one of them.
You would. I mean, I've been very gemstone heavy on that one on there. Do you want to take it off, please?
Thanks. Oh, there you go. I've done it. Just like that.
I've been very, very gemstone heavy on the other one there that you probably can't see on the black, but Can you see that?
I mean, I take it off. Let's give you a close-up. There you go.
That's right. But I do love the shapes of the squares as well, because you can do different patterns. Like I've done a square at the bottom. You can perhaps do a bracelet like that and put a bead in the middle or something, just to make it really different.
And instead of having them as a flat feature, you've actually given them, you know, that you've used the edges rather than the flat.
That's right.
That's gorgeous.
If anybody makes rings, just think how many lovely rings you could make. I mean, 30 plus rings out of that one strand.
And that's what I've got to highlight about these fluorite. They are incredibly
because they look
exciting.
Stunning. They would really stand out, wouldn't they? Beautiful, but sit nicely because they're flat.
And smooth, aren't they, as well? I like they're almost like cushion cut. They're rather than square. They're almost got that cushion finish, just to get that really smooth finishing edges. Gorgeous, just gorgeous design. I love that one. But that is gem heavy.
It is gem heavy actually. I've used a lot of gems on that one.
But then you can when you've got this.
Oh yeah,
you've got this kit, you've got that chance, because you get so much more.
Absolutely.
Where you can perhaps go heavy on a couple of necklaces.
Yeah, it's still 7 pieces though. Still 7 pieces if you count the earrings, you know, as 1 piece, but still 7 pieces out of this kit.
I like these.
Well, I don't wear earrings, so I did ask Deanna as I came in this morning, do you think they're all right? Have I gone over the top? But no.
I love those.
Do you?
I really love them. And I do wear earrings, but standardly on a day wear occasion, I wear either just studs or just tiny drops.
Yes.
I have a son who is just lethal at the moment. I mean, he is lethal. Everything just is clawed at, everything is...
I can understand that, they just pull.
They do, everything. Yeah. So on evenings out, I like to go a little bit more dramatic because I got the chance to actually not get my ears ripped out.
I know what you mean.
Those, I think, are going to be fantastic for that. And that's a really simple technique, isn't it? The memory wise does the job for you.
I'll show you what to do. But these are so fashionable come the winter. I mean, I've seen these with feathers attached and all sorts of things. They look stunning.
Don't they just?
Stunning.
And the thing is that for me, when you see them like that, you could imagine just wearing literally simple V-neck jumper, jeans, and you're heading out and you just want to lift the outfit from being plain to be a little bit more, you know, like like me. I just try and find something that makes me look like I've made an effort. Like, always.
I do know what you mean.
Pull clothes on and I go, how do I look like I've made an effort? Or put my hair up. All right, now I've gone. You know, that's just how my life is. Whereas those, they just instantly make you look like you've made an effort. I love them. I love them so much that I think I need to wear them. Before I wear them, let's just show what how you've used the organza ribbon. You've literally just
threaded it on. You literally used the end of the memory wire as a needle and just gone backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
And then you've brought together the pearls, the shell pearls as well. And actually the blue against the shell pearl is fantastic,
lovely.
Isn't it? And you get a lot of the organza, 10 metres.
I've used, well, less than a metre there. You do use a lot doing that, I have to say, but less than a metre doing that bracelet. Oh, I say, they do look nice on actually, don't they? Because I don't wear them. Well, I haven't got pierced ears, so they look really... I'm quite impressed with those. I know, I love them. I say so myself. Looks rather nice. Oh, yes. I think 3 beads is just enough.
I love them.
Because otherwise it'd be too heavy.
Oh, yes. And I don't like loppy lobes. No. Oh, I've got to think about loppy lobes.
I like that.
Oh, I always think, right, you don't want to look like a rabbit.
No.
Don't want to look like a rabbit. I don't know many people who want to look like a rabbit. So don't wear loppy. So just have the perfect impact. I mean, it's up to you if you want a loppy lobe. I have no issues with loppy lobes. For myself, it don't work. But for other people, fair dues.
Yep.
But really?
No.
You want big,
I like those.
But without the loppiness.
Lovely with your hair up and it's very nice. It's really nice, I like those.
I really like them too. I really, really like them. Can we make them? Can we make them?
Yeah, we're going to make them in a second.
All right, in a second.
And then
look at you. Look at that. Look at them like that. Come on, I want to see how you make them. She's like, no, let's keep going. Concentrate. Okay.
And then I just used, these are stunning, so I just wanted to use the head pins and just cut them in half so you get sort of two beads I did with 1 head pin. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I just think that bracelet's really pretty.
And don't forget this is sterling silver. So if you're buying for sale purposes or if you're buying for gift purposes to make your jewellery.
Make sure people know what it is if you're selling.
Yes. Sterling silver makes a huge difference because you're not presenting just homemade jewellery, and I don't mean that in a negative, I just mean that people have connotations of what homemade jewellery is.
No.
Actually, when you present something that is solid sterling silver,
It shouldn't be homemade, actually, it should be handmade.
handmade, that's it, and that's the difference. And I really think that people's perspective is probably influenced not just based on genuine gemstones, but based on sterling silver, because sterling silver, and rightly so, is a luxury item.
Oh, it is
It's a
now.
noble metal.
yeah.
It's something precious. I mean, in the jewelry industry, in fact, over in America, the biggest seller of metals right now is silver. It's not gold, it's not platinum, it's
No,
silver.
you're right.
And so really, we've got to get the point across is that if you're working with solid sterling silver, and you can only call it solid sterling silver if it's 925, which is 92.5% pure silver, the rest of it's copper, but you can't call something sterling silver, and the potential that other people do, but not us. If you go and say sterling silver, it's got to have 92.5% pure silver involved, and that's something that really makes a difference to people.
It is important.
Really makes a difference. It makes a difference to me. I know without any hesitation I'd be much more interested, and that's just on my behalf, I'd be much more interested in buying jewellery if it's sterling silver than I would if it wasn't.
You don't have to worry about people being allergic to anything. Or what have you.
Yes, and that
They're
makes a
fine.
difference
Yeah,
again, doesn't it?
does
Certainly if
actually.
you're selling or you're giving as a gift, you want to know that you're presenting it without that
Absolutely.
the whys and
Absolutely.
wherefores. So sterling silver going a long way at $27.95 on this one. Just to remind you, $27.95, and all of the findings are sterling silver. You've made some really pretty drop earrings, but I want to just highlight this bracelet because I'm interested on how you've done it, because have you brought together...
3 pieces of memory wire.
How though?
By putting a crimp bead, and then putting 3 beads, and then a crimp bead, then 3 beads, and a crimp bead, and then just literally coiling the ends, putting 2 to one side and 1 through the middle.
No, you're going to have to say that again.
We've got, can I pick it up and just show you?
Thanks.
Here's the end, okay, and I put a crimp bead right to the end, and the centre piece of wire I coiled back. The one on the left I coiled around, the one on the right I coiled around, so they're not going to pull back at all, so they're caught. So that is the end of wire. And then I threaded on a bead on each memory wire, then threaded on a crimp bead.
How did you do that? I don't understand how you've done it, Debbie. I'm
You
sorry.
just cut 3 lengths, 3 completely separate lengths. So you cut 3 coils. And
You
then
haven't kept them
start
as
at
individual coils. You've kept them as
individual coils rather than on the coil.
Fine. Right, that's what that's
cutting. That's cutting 3 earrings basically.
Got you.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that's how I did that, and that just sits on your wrist as it is. You don't need a clasp for that. It just sits on your wrist.
Oh, it's like because it's memory, isn't it? Of course it is.
So it just
Look, I'm
falls
ready
in.
for a night out. I've got the earrings. I've got the. I'm ready. Oh, that's cool. That's a really
Different.
clever way of
It's
using the
different.
memory wire, isn't it?
On the memory wire DVD, I do something very similar to that, and I just think you can actually almost plait it. It's as long as you use your pliers, and it is tough to do it, but it stays in place.
I like the idea of just bringing them together and then bringing them apart and then bringing them together. Just adds, as you say, just a little bit of something special
Absolutely.
to the finishing touches. Okay, so the memory wire is a real essential. It's one of those real essentials to this kit to get a lot of detail. You've used it in bracelets, you've used it in earrings. You're going to show us the earrings, yeah?
I am, yes.
Okay.
This is what I had left over from my kit. So
Oh
I
my
haven't,
goodness, this is everything.
Yep. The kit is here that I had from you, but this is what I've got left over from the kit I had at home.
Wow.
So there's a lot in here, but I hardly used anything at all. Anything at all. Now,
Just to show how long how far it can go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
If I'm doing the earrings, I hold the coil and I look where that joins, okay?
Yeah.
So to do earrings, you have to have a full circle because
Yeah.
they'll bounce open. Now you need memory wire cutters. In the starter kits, please don't use your wire cutters because they'll make an indentation. You need memory wire cutters,
Ah,
all right,
really?
which are on the website. I
Oh, right,
understand.
that's
If we've
interesting. I
got
didn't
some
know
in- you must not use normal cutters.
Okay.
Right, so there I've cut a full coil that you can see the ends meet. There's no gap, the ends must meet, all right? Right, so I'm going to take the finding here of the shepherd's hook and I've put a little ring on the bottom and I'm going to feed that on first. And then you take your 1 pearl one side, turn it around, and you put 2 pearls on this side. Now the only thing I haven't got here which I'm sure a lot of crafting people will have, is jewellery glue. And what I did at home, I put some jewellery glue on here. I don't know if it's still got some on the website actually. We used to have some on the website here. And I just used the same, it's called cement, and that's what we sold here. So I just put a little bit of jewellery glue on the end and make sure that the middle bead, you put half in one side, half in the other, glue it, leave it, and that's it. So the memory wire joins together on the centre bead. How easy is that?
I like it.
You think how many
Could you
pairs
use
of
a
earrings?
crimp?
No, because you wouldn't be able to get it inside the bead. Well, no, because metal would pull apart.
No.
No, metal would pull apart. I don't think it would go round the metal. I think the metal would still pull apart.
Because of its memory, yes.
Yeah. But so easy. So
And we do
easy.
have, apparently we do have the cement glue on the website.
Fantastic. That
So
is
that is
superb
available.
for stickiness. This is what I use, and they've stayed. So, yeah. So think how many sets of earrings just with 3 beads? 6 beads for a pair of earrings.
See, I like my instinct if I was creating like a craft stall or something like that.
Yeah.
My instinct would go, okay, I'm just going to get loads of different gemstones. I'm just going to create loads of looks like this because these are just going to sell. Just like the memory wire bit of bracelets that Mark sells.
Yep.
These are just going to sell.
Yep.
They're just going to be the kind. You don't have to spend it. You don't have to like sell them for a fortune.
No. I mean, you could use things like the pretty lava rocks, or you could use the peridots or
Absolutely.
wood, some of the white wood. Stunning, with black onyx.
We do have actually some lava rock coming up, interestingly.
Oh, right.
Yes, can you see?
Oh, yeah.
Which would actually look really interesting. Did you actually know that, or did you not?
No.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, you're very clever.
Oh, that's very good. I have done some of these with some black lava rocks, the circles, the
yeah.
beads, and they look really nice actually, because they look quite textured.
And lava rock is quite light as well. So again, we're not going for that loppy lobe look.
Not loppy look.
No, I'm going to keep these on.
Right.
Yeah, I really, really like them. Good. Yeah. I just
They do look nice actually. I just hope they don't come apart and go ping across the studio.
No, I'm sure I can tell that they're not
All
going
right.
to. Yeah, they
Good.
feel really good. If you would like to be part of the kit, if you want to make these earrings, then you can do. $27.95 is already paid. Don't forget it's solid sterling silver findings with this kit, as is all of our kits for the day. All of our kits are going to be solid sterling silver. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. You can join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. And it's now time to see what you're up to. Let's see what you're creating on our wall of fame. This is interesting. Who's this from? Caroline. Caroline, you are 265. Let's have a read of what she says. Please find my attached entry for this week's Wall of Fame. Made of amethysts and pearls wrapped with silver-plated copper wire. I hope you like them. Love the jewel enamel show and would love to give this a try. Your shows are so inspiring. I love them. And that's Caroline. And then she's put a little scroll, and the scroll says, some believe that pearls were formed by the passage of angels through the clouds of heaven. Over time, the pearl has become the symbol of purity and innocence. Ancient Egyptians used the amethyst to guard against guilty and fearful feelings. The amethyst symbolises piety, humility, sincerity, and spiritual wisdom. Oh, bless you, Caroline. It was so nice to,
That's lovely.
Yeah.
If you had a stall and you were putting that on, or on your tag when you sold something. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that would be a really nice addition,
real
wouldn't it?
touch.
Thank you, Caroline.
Really
That's a gorgeous
lovely.
265 you are.
This is number 269. Jenny would like this, wouldn't she? She loves green.
Yes.
This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame, made from the lovely shell pearls that were on sale for £1. My goodness, this design was inspired by Linda's use of chain in the Persian Princess kit. I hope you like them, and keep up the good work, and please have another sale. It's better than my bank balance. That's from Adrian in Burnley in Lancashire. It's lovely.
Gorgeous. I really
Very
like
nice.
that. I like just the almost has a Shambhala-esque finish
Does
to the
actually, yes.
chain. It's really interesting. I like that. I've got Steph. What number are you, Steph? 266. She says, "Hi, Ola Jewellery Maker. This is my first entry to the Wall of Fame." Really? Just do first, and that's a gorgeous look. It says, I have used citrine nuggets and double strands of citrine seedy beads in between. Love the show, and I'm totally addicted. Lots of love, and that's Steph. I have to say, Steph, I love citrine, just naturally. Beautiful. It's one of those stones that I'm attracted to because of its warmth, the colour, and I love that, just that finishing, just simplicity. That's my kind of style altogether. Congratulations to you. This is Steph 266.
This is number 268.
Oh, look at the swirl. Somebody's been practising.
Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a necklace made with 0.8 silver-plated hammered links. Each link has 3 multicoloured tourmaline barrels. Ooh. I hope you like it and I win. Thank you to Lucy for all the wonderful things said about my last entry. I taped it and have made my children watch it 3 times so far. That's lovely. I do like that. That's fantastic. That is from Aisha in Glossop.
Congratulations, Aisha. I love it. I love those swirls. I really find like swirls fascinating in jewellery. Yeah. I think flowers, hearts, swirls, they really just work and work and work,
yeah,
don't they?
Yeah,
they do. Gorgeous. Congratulations to you. We have a lot still to fit in. We've still got Debbie's advanced polymer clay section, and that's something to look forward to, working with foils and things like that. We also have 2 brand new kits, plus we've also got some more bundles of fantastic offer, including that lava rock which you talked about. How about we get down to the lava rock straight after this? Don't go anywhere. Let's learn how you enter the Wall of Fame.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Add to your collection with our Sculpey Clay Basics DVD, full of handy tips and hints for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she teaches us how to create basic canes, kaleidoscope canes, bead shapes and much more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
You can now keep in touch by following Jewellery Maker on Twitter. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
I sound a bit mannish, don't I?
I feel like this is like a screen test or something.
The Late Show with Jenny Clary.
How would I best describe myself?
Loud.
Like a bottle of lemonade.
Annoying.
It's kind of all shaken up. And I'm just waiting for somebody to unscrew my lid.
I'm not showing you a dance move, it's not happening. Don't make me do it, Chloe. It is embarrassing though, I don't really want you to show this.
You ready? Sure?
I can't, I'll do a bit of robotics. Cut it out, all right, cut it out, edit it out. A celebrity impression.
I could take you on a journey.
I don't know, I haven't got any good ones. Not good at impressions.
And then you go right down south of the Southern Belle like that. You start talking like you're from Alabama.
I do a lot of New York when I'm talking about smoky quartz.
Over to the West Coast like that, and you're talking like that, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know.
Don't forget, I'm a parent, so anything I do is just going to look embarrassing. Okay, stop, stop. That is surely a wrap.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Lush to have your company here. I'm Vicki, by the way. I'm going to be with you all the way through today until about 1 o'clock. If you're watching on repeat for the next couple of hours or so, we've got the fantastic Debbie joining us today. She's got some fantastic, I'm going to say the word fantastic again, or amazing offers still to go, because we've got something a little bit more advanced. So we've done the starter bundle, which is brand new, back into stock for the last, I think it's taken about 4 months to get hold of. Now Debbie is going to take us through a little bit more of an advanced technique for your polymer clay lovers. And for those of you who want to see I can't even describe it anything other than sumptuous designs. This package, this bundle is perfect, isn't it? You must be really thrilled with this one.
I love it. Well, I did put it together because I just thought with the colours in the shops, with the beautiful oranges and purples ready to go with the bronze and chestnut colours that are coming in, I just thought this was perfect.
But it's not just about the colours that you're using, it's the textures that you're using as well with the foils and things. We're not getting down to it yet, we're not going to bring it to you yet. I just wanted to highlight it's coming up shortly, and for those of you who want to advance, you've got to keep watching. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. So that's going to be coming up shortly. Not yet. What is coming up now, I'm going to do some Fast and Furious offers. I'm going to kind of set into the mode of the late show and just bring you some cracking offers just in succession, if that's all right. Okay, first come, first served on these. I don't know what kind of quantities I've got. My instinct says if it's more of the late show, then it's not going to be enough to go around. So first come, first served on this. So let's get straight down to that's gorgeous. What is that? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Jack. No pressure, but I'm expecting you make this look as good as it is. No pressure. Seriously, come on, cameras, please do the job. Please do your job. Please, cameras, do your job. Go on, cameras, go on. That is, do you know what? That is probably a third of the beauty that you're actually going to get from these stones, because what you can't see is the transparency. You can't actually see, and I don't know whether I've got the torch available, but if I did, I'd definitely be wanting to use it. I can't find the torch, not to worry, but this is a fantastic look. I mean, exquisite quality. You know what it reminds me of? Top grade Rajasthan garnet. Top grade Rajasthan garnet. It is as rich a colour as a bottle of red wine. But you know when you pour a red wine, you look at the bottle, it's really deep colour, but as you pour the red wine into the glass, the light catches through the liquid and you get those shots of bright red. Badoing. That's what you've got here. You've got that real impact of freshness coming through. It's an exquisite strand. I mean, I've got to tell you that you're probably only seeing about a third of the colour that's actually illuminating from the strand itself within the studio. It's just that our cameras, they can't pick up the transparency or the translucency of the stone, so therefore they're not picking up the different ranges of colour. That is a stunning strand. I've never seen us bring this to you before. I mean, I genuinely, if you'd have asked me what gemstone it was, I probably wouldn't have said garnet, only based on the fact of the size of the gemstones. For the colour and for the quality of clarity and for the transparency, yes, I'd have said Rajasthan garnet. But actually, this, oh, I so wish our cameras, I wonder if I hold it up like this so it's a bit closer to the light. Can you pick up the translucency there? Absolutely exquisite gem. I promise you, you get this home and you will be fascinated and absolutely enchanted by not just the richness of colour, but the transparency of the colour that runs through. This is a delight, an absolute delight. We've put it against your quartz. I know that this was meant to be Fast and Furious, but I just got so involved in that. I apologise. Oh, sorry, Deanna. I know it was meant to be Fast and Furious. I was meant to be cracking on, but that is a stunning strand. I've got to get that through to you. You've got an amazing quality there. Fuchsia agate? I wouldn't call it fuchsia. I'd call it claret red. I'd call it rich burgundies. You've got there your agate and your twisted rice beads. Match it alongside these lovely faceted rounds, 8mm cracked quartz. A luscious complement of colours. I mean, what a delight that is to get the rich intensity of colour against the freshness of the whites and the crystal clears of your cracked quartz. 2-strand pack that you're getting here, coming together, your agate and your quartz. One price tag. One price tag. Tell you what, I'll take that away and I'd offer you that one strand for $11.95. Honestly, that's what I'd do. I'd happily bring you this quality of incredible agate. $11.95? Phenomenal! Phenomenal offer. I'd bring you one strand. I don't have to though, because the nice thing about Jewellery Maker, if we can push boundaries, we will. And those boundaries are being pushed. $11.95 for 2 feature strands there. That is a treat and a half. Brand new to air, never been seen before. And we're offering you one of the finest compliments, the richness of that bottle of red wine against the backdrop of those gorgeous clarity of cracked quartz. Luscious, luscious. $11.95. Make the most of it while we've got it. Please make the most of it. Moving straight on, because as I say, I've got lots to fit in today. I'm going to go. Ooh. These are fantastic. Now, I know Debbie works with these regularly with your polymer clay. This, actually, interestingly, lava rock is something that really works nicely with textures.
It does actually, and you can put polymer clay into the middle of that lava rock and bake it, and it won't alter the colour. So you can put something inside there, so that makes it a little bit different.
And so, you know, when we did those little beads, you know, the ones that we've already done with the black and white from the starter kit, you could actually just take those and
put that
slot them
inside,
in.
put the pin through so you don't lose the hole, and then bake it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome potential. And I mean, I know that today is all about opportunities to work with polymer clay, but it's also about working with genuine gemstones and polymer clay. This is a perfect fusion. This is the perfect combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strands. 9 strands for one price. $10 strands? It's called the 10 strand lava rock pack. Therefore, I'm hoping and presuming that I've miscounted. So you've got here a combination. You've got your natural colour lava rock in your puffy hexagonals. Or hexagons even. You've also got, excuse me, your purple lava rock in your hollow rectangles. You've got your green butterflies in your lava rock, 15 pieces of those. You've got your white lava rock in your hollow hexagons. You've got your natural colour lava rock in your starfish. You've then got your purple lava rock in your hearts, plus your black lava rock in your hexagons, plus you've also got the blue, those beautiful blues of your rectangles with the diamond shape inside, plus you've also got your yellow butterflies, and you've also got your purple lava rock with your diamonds. All of this, all of these together in one bundle. And the lovely thing about lava rock is that it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not too heavy. And that's really important, especially if you're working with polymer clay. Weight is something that'll often come up. The nice thing about this, the lava rock and polymer clays, is that it's light, so it's wearable, it's easy to wear. You've got 10 strands of lava rock for less than £1 a strand. Less than £1 a strand of lava rock. I mean, if I just take you through, those are so cute. Those beautiful starfish, they're absolutely gorgeous. You've got butterflies, less than £1 a strand. I mean, each strand ranging between 8 pieces and 15 pieces on each strand. Each one of them a potential pendant, each one of them a potential focal point. I mean, you could create some lovely little hair pieces with these deep details. You could create some nice drops for the earrings, work them with the polymer clay as Debbie's already inspired us to think of. All of this together for less than £10. 10 strands for less than £10, less than £1 a strand. Phenomenal opportunity, absolutely incredible. From the purples to the blues, to the naturals, to the mustards, to the greens, all together, £9.95 is all you pay. Wow. Now that's an offer and a half, isn't it? Less than £10. Hold those lines to confirm. Very, very popular price tag, and rightly so. Congratulations if you've got that one. Now, I don't have enough stock on this next offer for it to be anything other than a first come, first served. I'm not going to be hanging around on this one. The moment you see it, if you know you want it, please pick up the phone early. I'm being absolutely straight down the line. I'm being as simple as I can be. If you're not quick, you will miss out. Take a look at these. Just perfect. Carved floral flowers of rose quartz. So simply beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous? If you had a bridesmaid, just put one of those that's on a grip and just put them down the back of her head.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Beautiful.
Debbie, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Funny. They're just beautiful.
I mean, the quality of the craftsmanship, the carved attention to detail. Not only have I been lucky enough to go to a variety of mining areas, I've also had the privilege of going to our crafts shops. I've actually seen our workshops, I've been to our lapidarists. And I think we underestimate sometimes the time that it takes to just give one gemstone a simple checkerboard facet. There's nothing simple about lapidary work. You know, this is about working with crystal structures. So every time you put a cut into a stone, you've got to read the stone, you've got to know how it's formed so that you can create the right cut to match the right gemstone. It's not just a simple fact of going, I want this to be this, it's done. Mother Nature's not that easy. She makes us work for our creations. So when you see the carved quality of this stunning rose quartz, it is an exquisite example of our attention to top quality lapidarist work, top quality carving, breathtaking individuality. You're getting each single piece as a tribute to the dedication that we really do bring you here at Jewellery Maker, to bring you quality and craftsmanship. These are already incredibly popular, and rightly so. You're getting your 5 petal flowers, each one of them ranging in size to 15mm. You've got the serious simplicity of beauty. I've got to get straight down on this price tag. I've got to get straight to it because I've got a lot of people who are confirming. I've got a lot of interest on those lines. Be quick, be quick, be quick on those lines because your price tag on this, oh my goodness, it's less than £10. Where did that price come from? Rose quartz for less than £10. Oh my goodness me!
It almost seems wrong for somebody to have worked all that time.
So wrong it's right. So wrong it's right. £9.95 for 120 carats of rose quartz. 0800 644 655. You could join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. What an offer. £9.95 is all you pay. Ludicrous, seriously ludicrous. And then Debbie and I have both had the same idea. I mean, literally just take one of those flowers, a simple little clip in the hair, and have one beautiful simple flower running through the, I mean, that would be a gorgeous detail to add to your jewellery finishings. You know, your accessories doesn't have to be about necklaces and bracelets. It can be about creating, you know, feature for the hands, feature for the hair, feature for the feet. You know, you can really go to town on pieces like this. These are going to be a sellout, no doubt about it. These will be a sellout. £9.95 is all you pay for your 5-petal floral beads. These 15mm, I mean, incredibly well created and feature cut stones. Beautiful, beautiful look. All yours, less than £10. Congratulations, absolute congratulations on that. Phenomenal. Now, we have got an expert in our midst, and she won't let me say it, but I'm saying it anyway. We have got an expert, and because of that, we like to make the most of her. In fact, we almost push her beyond. But that's all right. She's on the edge. She's like our Lady Gaga. She's on the edge. Literally, we have gone to town. Well, when I say we, you, because you have created this for yourself. You have actually...
I have for myself. Rather nice.
But this is what we like when Debs is around, because Debbie knows what she likes. She knows that she's inspired by fashion, you're inspired by colour, you're inspired by textures, you're inspired by loads of different, and that almost comes into a melting pot, and this is the resulting bundle.
Yes, it is. I mean, I did walk around the shops and look at what colours were in, and I love these oranges, and there were lots of bright purples and colour blocking, and I looked on the website and saw the beads and then the bronzes, and I thought, yes, that's what I'll do.
And this is really warm, but it's really fun and lively.
Yes. Yeah.
And that doesn't happen very often. You don't get warmth and brightness together. Normally it's one or the other, but for me this is a combination where you do get that richness, you do get that warmth.
It's quite contemporary, and you know, children will love it, teenagers will love it, and adults will love it. So
because the block colours are still massive in the high street. I mean, it was a big trend in spring and summer, but actually that trend's still really heading into autumn and winter as well. Perhaps different colour points, because I think earlier on it was more sorbets. Now, as you've proven, you've gone for the deeper, richer oranges, the deeper, richer purples, and that's what you've got from this bundle. But this bundle's almost advancing people's technique skills as well, isn't it?
Yes, so think about not just the clays, but what you're going to put them with, and how your designs are going to work, which is why I've added some extra bits and pieces like the tubing and the chain and what have you. It just gives a different dimension.
And also working with the foil as well to add dynamic. I don't know whether we can just pan around to show even just one of the designs, working with not just the polymer clay, not just with the gemstones, but with the foil as well. I mean, maybe the bronze one would be good to show. That is a treat and a half of quality dynamic. Look at this.
Now, that working with the pearls doesn't look too garish if you don't want the orange. You've got something for everybody there, really.
I think that is incredibly beautiful.
Thank you.
Incredibly stylish. And again, if you don't want to go for over the top, you really can be selective on how you create your own design to create something exciting from what we're doing with this bundle.
Absolutely.
Now, let me lead you through what you're actually going to get. You're going to get a lot, okay? Just so you know, you are going to get a lot. With this bundle, is it best to talk about the gemstones first or the polymer clay? What do you want me to talk about? Should I talk about the gemstone? Okay, let's do the gems first, because that's normally how we do it. We'll stick with tradition and we'll talk about the gemstones first, because this bundle is not just about the polymer clay, although, to be honest, for me, that's where the real excitement comes with this bundle. You're getting here a combination of some great colours and also textures. First of all, excuse me, you're getting your magnesite. Now you're getting your bright, almost neon orange magnesite, rondelles, 12 by 5 by 7mm. So you've got there those lovely, fresh, crisp colours bursting into life, and really, whatever you say, you can use one or two and the powerhouse of colour is going to be a real impact to your jewellery. Put it against another backdrop. I mean, actually work the orange against the bronze. That is a beautiful complement, isn't it? Such a really contemporary, fresh look. What I like about it is because you've got that cohesion of fresh colour against the really warm, shimmering quality to your pearls. Now you're looking here at your copper coloured shell pearls. They're 8mm in size, and really there is definitely a feel to this bundle where each one of the elements really works together, but also has its own integrity in separate components as well. So whether you wanted to just have the bronzes, as we've seen with the necklace that Debbie's made, or if you want to bring together something like the purples and the oranges, Debbie's done that as well. This is the type of bundle where you've got the chance to be quite eclectic and quite mix and match. You know, it feels like there's going to be something for all occasions. There's going to be something that's going to lift for a day wear and go dramatic for an evening wear. Your purples are coming in with your purple magnesite. These are 6mm rounds. Plus on top of that, you're also going to get some of the smaller, but some very, very versatile. I'm sure you'll be interested to see how Debbie's worked these. These gorgeous wood tubes are 5x3mm. Plus finally, you're also getting this fantastic, and I think a lot of people watch and see how our designers work with this and get inspired. This is our handmade copper-coloured metallic oval loop chain. It's almost like getting chainmail, but in like a polyester, so it really gives that finishing detail. It's got a real tactile quality to it. This is, in terms of size, 10x14mm, and you're also going to get this in a 1/2 meter length, so you're getting quite a lot going on there. Not where we're stopping, because don't forget Debbie's made this bundle. Debbie's literally sourced all of this and put it together to create some of the most fantastic designs. She's also introducing some tube. Now, a lot of people say to us, what do I do with the tube? Because we've done it a few times on different... This is when we really show you how to use your tubing to the ultimate impact. Tubing that you're getting here, it's almost like a, would you call it a lavender? Would you call it, would you classify it as perhaps a, I'm trying to think of the word that I did. Yeah, what's Parma violets?
Yes.
That's the colour of it, my sister loves Parma violets. Oh, she has a thing for them. Me, I feel like it's like you're eating flowers. Just Parma violets don't work for me. My sister just adores them. Anyway, I digress. You're getting here your purple tubing. So you're getting there your purple tubing. That is 1 metre of the 0.6mm. The 0.6mm. 1 metre of your 0.6mm. Okay, then you're also getting 2 blocks of polymer clay. Now this is where the colours really start to work together. I mean, if I put the strands there, you see that there? You can just start to see how they're all coming together in a melting pot. Add together, on top of that, we're also going to bring you foil. Now this is the Lisa Pavelka crafting foil in the Expressions range. And the Expressions range, well, you can actually see if I hold it there. You see that there? Gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. Isn't that phenomenal? It's really exciting, it's really interesting. Funky, isn't it? It is. We should have had it on retro day, really, shouldn't we, when we did the 1970s? Okay, so on top of that, we're also bringing you this. Now this is something that we need to go to Debbie for, and we actually are going to use it. We're going to show you how to go about glossing your Sculpey clay. So you're getting 1 fluid ounce of your glaze glossy Sculpey clay finishing, and that's something that, as I say, for those of you who are really extending into jewellery making, into the Sculpey clay, this is something of a bit of an essential, but to learn how to use it properly will have a massive influence on the finishing effect, won't it?
Oh, absolutely. It just looks completely different. Completely different. You'll see that in a little while.
So, all of this, we've classified it as the Pizzazz bundle. I think it should be called the Advanced bundle, because you are getting the chance to really advance your techniques, not just based on the Sculpey clay, but based on using things that perhaps you haven't already used before, things that you want to develop into and see how you can really dynamically influence your jewellery making. All of this, don't forget you're getting the foils as well, all of this for one price tag. That price tag Really? Is that why you came down? Okay. So about 10 minutes ago, and it was probably about 10, just as we were starting to talk about this bundle, Ed, our manager, came down into the gallery, and I didn't know what was going on because Deanna cut my earpiece so that I couldn't hear. But apparently, Ed's been down. Okay. The price that you were going to pay is not the price you're going to pay. Ed, our manager's been down, and I promise you, he has walked in about 10 minutes ago and given us the chance to do this bundle with a huge, that's a massive saving. It was already going to, okay, so Debbie, you know the price that it should have been, the price that you were happy for us to do, nowhere near the price we're going to pay anymore.
Why?
Why? Well, exactly. Why? Why is exactly the question but we're not going to question it because Ed's decided. He's come down and just gone, no, let's do it because it's a Sculpey Clay special. We've done the starter, so let's advance it. So just so you know, the price you should be paying on this should be paying $37.95. $39.95. Original price was $39. We were going to take it to $37, but Ed's walked in, and this is absolutely ridiculous. I promise you, this is ridiculous. Management special, $29.95.
For the chain as well and everything.
All of it.
Goodness me, that's silly.
$29.95. I don't know why. I don't know why, because look, $39.95 was going to be an offer. $39.95 was going to be the original. We were going to take it to $37 just because we could take an extra couple of quid off, and we thought, oh, well, if we can, we will. Management price comes in at $29. Now that's basically a tenner that we've taken off before it's even come to air. Before we've even £10. £10 is a lot of money to take off. I mean, that's a third of the price that we just dismissed. Amazing, amazing, ridiculous. Can I just say, get Ed on the phone and tell him what's he playing at. I mean, it's a good thing. I know that you're going to be celebrating. I know you're on the phone going, yeah, please, I'll have that for $29.95. Should have been $39.95. We were going to drop it to $37. That was the price point that Deanna and I, before we'd come to air, that we discussed with Debbie. We were all very, very comfortable with the fact that $37 was a brilliant price tag. And yet, $29.95. If you're not on the lines for this, I think it's fair to say, if you don't buy it now, you won't get it at this price tag again. I think it's fair to say that management special offer, I can't believe that we'll be able to come in. I genuinely don't expect this to be $29.95. It'll be $39. If you look, it'll be $37, like we were going to drop a couple of pounds off, but I can't imagine us doing $29.95 very often at all for this type of bundle. Because it's not just that you're getting the polymer clay, it's not just getting the foils, it's not just that you're getting the glaze, you're getting gemstones, you're getting strands, you're getting that fantastic loop chain as well. I mean, that loop chain, that's, you know, it's one of our more considered purchases.
That's mad.
It is!
It's mad.
Because it didn't need to do it.
No, I know. Ed, you got mad.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way.
We're never going to say no to a price slash. No. But 37,
grief.
In principle 39 was going to be good, but 37 we thought a couple of quid, well, you know.
That's right. Buy it. Fantastic.
Right. Ka-ding.
I have used, I have to say, I have cheated a little bit because I did have some purple wire I had at home and a tiny bit of copper wire. Besides that, it's all in the kit.
I can't believe how
Just a tiny
much.
bit, but you have got that on the website.
I cannot believe how much you've made. Now, have you used some of the white and the black from the starter kit?
Yes.
So that you've got that as your, like, almost like your Because the white and black is almost an essential, isn't it?
It is really.
The white and black is something that...
The white and black you use in nearly every, especially the black, you use in nearly every cane, and obviously you use that to bring your shades and tones that you mix with the different colours, and I'll show you that in a minute.
Brilliant.
But I started off with the leaf necklace, but I know I've done something very similar to that before, so I thought, well, I just wanted to use the tubing and the earrings as well. I know these two amethysts weren't in there, but it's before I actually had the gems from the kit, so you could change those. But then I thought, well, what design can I do? So I did these discs.
Gorgeous.
Made from different, like we did earlier with the simple black and white cane, and I'll show you how to advance that, to put the different colours around it and how to put them together, just to show you some different techniques.
It's just gorgeous.
It sits beautifully on the neck, actually. It really does. It just feels lovely.
And you know what I like is that you've got lots of tones of purples within the Sculpey clay, but then you've got the richness from the magnesite, so they really come together nice.
They do.
Can I just remind you, we're at $29.95. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to probably keep on interrupting you every so often and going, just under £30. It's mental. Like literally chicken oriental mental.
Absolutely. But yes. And I only used about half a pack of the orange and the purple to do all of this. I did add black and white, half a pack of black and white, but that's all I used.
I have to,
plus
and then
scrap clay I have to say on the inside.
So just where the purples cohere so nicely with the magnesite, equally the oranges pop. And that's the only colour. It's a colour bang.
I love this necklace, and I'm not one for bold.
No.
I usually like something quite subtle, but I love that.
But against, like, say, like the top that you wear today.
Yeah, because I do wear quite a lot of oranges and burnt oranges and browns, and I love that. I think that's really, really nice.
And if you look through glossy magazines, I mean, like the likes of Cheryl Cole, or what's that lassie called? Nicole Scherzinger. Yes. They're all wearing those colour blocks, aren't they? With the purples and the oranges. It's massive. I mean, and actually, the fashion that's happening now with like red carpet or the celebrities, it kind of takes about a month, and then we all get to wear it, don't we? It takes it almost has that influence.
It does. We have to get bold, don't we? We have to get brave.
Yes, I do. It takes me a long time to get brave. I have to admit, I don't. It takes me a very long time to take the step. But once I take the step, I'm happy.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what you could do here.
This might be a bit bold for some people, which is why I put the pearls in, because I think the pearls do complement the chain, and I just think it looks.
And it's almost like it's a totally different set.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you've made, like it looks like that's one offer, you know, the big colours and the purples and the oranges. And then you go, what, but that's part of this as well? Yes, it's all part of one offer.
You wouldn't believe that's orange, but it is orange.
And have you, is it just mixing colours?
Yeah, mixing colours. It depends what you mix with it, how much white you put with it and how much black you put with it. But it does change colour when you put colours by it.
I love it.
If you were to see that cane
so
separate,
can you show us that then?
Yeah, I will do.
Can you?
Yep. And then I've got this bracelet which I just added some bits to. Now this is a pendant here. And the reason I put it separately is because the tubing people are very worried about, I know, but I love this tubing. I think it's really, really fun. And you can make your own bails and you can add different things to it. Now I would just add one little loop, either a silver loop or a bronze loop, and just open the twisted loop at the top, which I won't do now, but you could hang that from it. And then if you didn't want that, you could take that off perhaps one day, and then the next day put something like that on it. You can slide things on and off, so you could actually use a chain or a jump ring and have different pendants on one big jump ring and taking it off, and the next day threading something else on.
Such a clever idea.
So, or on craft fairs, have these made up, and then have your different pendants at the front and say, do you want to choose your colour, and do you want to choose your colour pendant?
Match.
So they could choose, say, 2 rubber cords for one pendant or 2 pendants for one cord, and they can choose what they want then. And if you've got a row of these, the colours will stand out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you just have them on, you know, a tall necklace stand and have lots and lots of these hanging, and people will come up to see what they are. Really effective, because it's really comfortable, isn't it? Yeah. Really comfortable. And as you say, adding like kind of just a variance of the different types of pendants, different types of designs, could really make, I mean, if you didn't want to go large, you could actually, well, you could do a bracelet. You could do, oh, where's that bangle I had here earlier? It's disappeared. Oh. What have I done? I did have it earlier, I don't know where I've had it. I'll find it in a minute. I had a bangle made with the tubing on the inside, but if you can actually make lots of little bracelets, and then putting just one little charm with a jump ring,
That would be
like
fantastic.
That. Yeah.
That
and
really
sell
would be
those.
fantastic.
Let's find that
So that
bangle. I should find it in a minute.
that tubing really will make a difference. That tubing really is something that will really enhance.
It will.
This kit in particular can go so much further because of that. So I tell you what, let's start. You tell me where you want to start because you know what you want to talk about. I mean, I know the things I would like to see, but you know what you want to show, so let's do it.
Right, making different colours. Just because you buy orange and purple doesn't mean to say you have to keep orange and purple. There is one other colour other than black and white which I would recommend to you to buy if you want to do blending, and that is the ecru, which is this one. Sorry, Deanna, I should have told you about this before. This is the ecru, which I know you have got on the site.
Okay.
And this changes the colour completely, and I do say this to everybody who comes on the workshops. It just takes the tone down. So if I can show you these here, that is the orange. Are you able to do that? I don't know if you are or not. Do you want me to move this over?
Over there.
That is the orange in the pack.
Yep.
That is the orange when it's mixed with ecru.
Right,
See, it takes it down in colour?
Yeah.
There is the purple. And there is the purple mixed with ecru. Can you see it just takes it down one shade?
Yeah, it does.
So if you don't want it that bright, that's fine.
Awesome,
So
it gives it a muted colour, doesn't it?
I'll take those two away and show you what they're like when they're mixed with white. There's the orange, that's it mixed with white. You don't, it looks like an ice cream colour rather than a dull. And there is the purple mixed with white.
Now, I'm just hearing that the ecru is available on our website right now for £1.95.
That's right. And I use this a lot.
£1.95.
I know, it's amazing. You don't use very much of it actually, but that's the difference between having the colour in the packet and then you take it down a shade. So if you have a dress and you haven't got the colour, you can make whatever colour you want.
Perfect. So £1.95 for the ecru if you want that. It's available on our website. If you don't have website available, speak to our call centre and they will be able to find it for you, and you can add it to your order. So £1.95 for that. But outside of that, we've already got the black and white from the starter kit, then we've got the purples and we've got the oranges, and we're good to go. So how do we do it?
I'm going to take the black and white cane that we had earlier, a very, very simple black and white cane, and I'm going to make this.
We made that earlier. That's the one that we did. Yeah,
That's it. That's the one. So I'm going to make this look completely different.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so I'm going to take some of the shades that I had earlier and I'm just going to feed them through my pasta roller, and I'm using a medium setting, about 4 or 5. And I'm just going to take a couple of shades. Let's take a purple and an orange. So we use all the colours that we've got here. Pop that on my tray. It doesn't matter if they're not fully mixed because you won't really see them on the little slices. So I'm going to take my cane and place on top of my orange.
Yeah.
And just neaten the top of it. Lift it, wind it round, and there's the first layer. Take the next colour, and you can do as many layers as you want here if you want to. You make them into spirals or whatever. That's going to be sticky. Just lift it off the tray, roll it around, and there's the second layer. Okay. Now, if I pull that out, if I use the acrylic just to roll it, just to make sure it's nice and round, and then pull, just pull on either end. That's all you need to do, just to pull it. It's so warm in here that you don't need to do anything else to it.
Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Cut it in half.
Oh.
Place it together. I'm just going to make a block of these. Now, you can do these through the extruders, but it's quite fun to do it yourself, actually. So, put this into a block, like that. Right, I'm now going to start to make a pendant, okay? As
I'm so excited, I love having you here.
I'm going to take a block of scrap clay that I had left over from making these, this jewellery.
And if you don't have scrap, you can just bring together the oranges, the whites, the blacks and the purples.
Whatever
just mix it together.
You have left over from cutting out your canes.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same as I did before, make a bicone.
Yeah.
Like that.
God, you're clever.
Okay. Place it upright and squash it. So then you get that nice round. I've put through the roller some black because I want that to be the backing. And I'll put that on in a moment. Not yet, I'll put it on in a moment. Okay. Now on the front of this, I want to put my designs. But first of all, I want something to put between my designs to add some a little bit more oomph to it. This is where the lovely foils come in. So I've chosen from this pack the bronze because I think it goes beautifully. In the pack you get golds and silvers and you get all sorts of mother of pearl, you get all sorts of things. Now, as I said before, Lisa Pavelka foils don't work with pressure like most of the foils that we use in craft, but it works with heat. So you're causing friction. Use a little piece of paper. It can be baking parchment, greaseproof paper, whatever you want to call it, or just normal paper, it doesn't really matter. And
you're just creating
rub
friction,
and
so you're
rub.
getting it warm.
Exactly, you're just getting it warm. And I know at my last workshop, there is one particular foil that we've all had problems to get off. And the lady was drinking a cup of tea. I can't remember your name. You did do an interview. I must find out your name. Drinking a cup of tea. And she said, "I wonder if it needs to be warm." Held it on a cup, put it on, came off a dream.
Okay, so it's just temperature.
Don't use a heat gun. So it is temperature. So if you're drinking a cup of coffee, you know what to do. Rip that off. You might have some little bits that are missing, but it doesn't really matter. If I lift that up.
Can you see? Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
Can you see that? Woohoo! Absolutely stunning, and you will not lose that when it's baked.
And so that's the Lisa Pavelka is so good for that, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what I want to do is I want to take my pendant and I want to put on a stripe. Let's put that to one side. I just want to put on a stripe. I'm going to do it at an angle.
Sorry.
Like that. So it's wider one side to the other. And then I want to fill either side with my patterns.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to cut.
See, I forget that now you're actually, you don't see that as a pattern. That's like your base.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool as it was, but it's not where we're stopping.
Sometimes the scrap clay can look absolutely
stunning.
stunning.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the canes that we've just made, okay? These are all the patterns that we've just made. Let's move that to one side. I'm just going to fill in now either side, like that. Takes a little while, but you can see the idea. Make sure they're the right thickness. That's a bit thick, actually. I can hear Jack going, "That's cool."
It is cool. It is. Jack on cameras at the moment. He's just going, "That's cool." It is so fabulous.
And I've seen these done with, you know, just black and white, and they look just stunning.
And of course with the starter kit, this is all stuff that you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you don't have to have the foils, you don't have to have this.
No,
the starter kit, this is just another advanced technique.
Absolutely.
So if you've made your beads and you've enjoyed that, then you can advance your starter kit into creating, as you say, with just the black and whites. You don't need to introduce anything else if you don't want to. It's just that this actual bundle that Deb has created, which is less than £30, may I remind you, should have been 39. We were going to do 37. Management decision. Ed walks in 10 minutes before we go to air on it and he says, yeah, $29.95. So it's $29.95, but I can't honour that any other time. I have to tell you, I don't think I can honour it any time other than now for $29.95. So Debbie's Colour Pizzazz collection, this is all of the purples, the pink, the purples, the oranges, the foils. You get also the tubing, the magnesite. You also get all for $29.95. Everything comes together for less than 30, including the glaze. We'll come to the glaze later on in the show.
Absolutely. So there you have a pendant. This is just some that I made about 10-15 minutes ago, just with all the bits of oranges that I'd left over from a different project. So here is your lovely pendant, or nearly lovely pendant. This is where your acrylic sheet comes in, because you can start to squash and you can actually move the pattern. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. If you haven't centered something right, you can actually move it around. So I want to press.
Jelly.
It does. I want to press in. I don't want to distort it. One thing I haven't bought with me is some cling film. I would normally put cling film over the top and rub with my finger to get rid of any fingerprints. I've forgotten to bring those, never mind. So that's that. And then I'm going to use a cutter to cut around it.
And that's one of the cutters that you get with the basic starter kit, isn't it?
So there is your pendant for a start, okay? Now, I don't know about that. Right, now what I want to do is, if I was making a necklace such as that purple one,
this one,
I would place them on my tile and decide where I want to put the holes. I don't like things like this. I don't like things straight.
Okay.
Okay, if I'm doing polymer clay, because polymer clay isn't perfect,
Yeah.
you'll never get a straight line as such.
Yeah.
So I would actually make this pendant and not have it like that. I'd probably put it at an angle,
Twisted,
because
yeah.
then it looks completely different. That looks completely different to that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I turn it over and decide where I want to put my
Because
pin.
you're now doing a foundation. The foundation's also where you're going to place the pin as well. I don't know whether if I hold this, guys, can you pick up that jack? Oh yeah, there he is. Lovely. Can you just see how the pin's actually running through the base like
And
that?
I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
So if I pop that on the back, in fact, if I cut it first, beg your pardon, cut out the circle first of the size that I want. Put away. Lift that off. Gosh, this has gone so hot and sticky. Place that on the back. And although we're going to cover sanding, I do like to do as much as possible so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Because it does take time to do the sanding. And now, if you've got a crochet hook or your clay roller,
I was just going to say you could use your
this
acrylic.
is just actually your acrylic roller would be perfect. It's over there, isn't it? And this is just a paintbrush. Now, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I've got two bubbles. I've got a bubble there and a bubble there. It's like wallpapering. If you've got bubbles, either use a pin or your blade, just cut it and press the air out. You don't want bubbles because it will really distort it. Now, if I wanted to put this onto a necklace, I would just use my pin and push into the back and pull it back up again, and then bake it like that. Okay, and then that is your pendant. Now there are a few holes in here. I'd probably get my roller or, as I say, a cocktail stick and actually move the clay so I didn't have the holes. You can see there's holes in between the canes.
You just want to...
I just want to push the clay to get rid of the holes. I'd probably take time doing that. This is really rough because it's on live TV, but I would take time to get rid of all those little holes and make sure it's okay. And then pop some cling film on top, rub it, and that gets rid of the fingerprints. But to stop sanding on the back, because the back is just as important. The amount of people that buy polymer clay necklaces and they pick up and they turn it around. Why? I don't know, because no one's going to look at it when it's on your neck.
No.
But we all do it.
Yes.
So to stop that, I use very coarse sandpaper and press in, and then you've got a rough texture on the back and you don't need to sand it.
Perfect.
Okay, so there is your...
And what we will do shortly is we will actually take you through the technique of glazing and finishing. Because I know there's a lot of people who love their sculpey clay, but actually really want to know how to finish off the look.
Absolutely.
Because polymer clay looks fantastic, but actually the final result can look even better if you get the final technique right, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So if you want to be part of this, if you want to be part of Debbie's Pizzazz collection, then you can do so. $29.95. I've got to tell you that I don't think that price is going to happen again. Right, that price tag should have been $39. We were going to do $37. Ed, our manager, came down and he's given you it at $29.95. That is, I do think, a one-off price tag. Make the most of it while we've got it. Comes with gemstones. You get the featured tubing. You also get the links. You get the double blocks, the foils. You get it all, plus the glazing for $29.95. There is lots to look forward to. If you want to know more about polymer clay course, then we're going to tell you a little bit more about it. Then we'll be back with Debbie to introduce you to the final part of your polymer clay.
New to polymer clay? Then why not come and join us on our Polymer Clay for Beginners course? Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through the basic techniques of creating bead shapes, basic canes, pendants, feature beads and much more. You will get the chance to design and craft your own pieces, which you can then take home. During the course of the day, you will get to have a backstage tour of the studios, meet the presenters and have a trip to our jewellery shop. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, buffet-style lunch and refreshments, all for just $64.95. For details of course dates and availability, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
She's found the bangle.
I have. It's underneath everything on the floor.
That bangle's fantastic, actually. And I presume it's just the same principles of what you've already shown us to create that the curvaceousness of the tubes.
That tube just had a knitting needle through it, and then when it was still soft, I just bent the tube.
That's fantastic. And it's really solid as well. What I like is when it's fired, when you've added that warmth, like it just
really
sets
strong.
so strong. It's really sturdy and wearable. Again, you like me, I want practical wearable jewellery.
It's got to be comfortable.
It has to be. And that's what you've got from Polymer Clay. Now, we want to do the finishing touches. For those of you who have been asking us, of which there have been lots and lots of people saying, show us the finishing touches, how do we do it to the very end?
Jack, can I be a pain? We've just sat down. Can I have the sanding pads then to the...
Yes, I've got them. I'll grab them. Yep.
Because that's one thing I didn't bring with me, the sanding pads. I do apologise. Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay.
So...
3 sanding pads.
Yes, of different coarseness.
Of different coarseness. I just need one actually. But
you
can see, that's fine. It's fine, super fine and ultra fine. And you really can feel the difference of which is which. Now to sand your bead, and that pendant I haven't done. So to sand your bead, you need to put your...
Is this water?
Yeah, water. Okay. Put your pad into the water and go onto the bead, and you can be quite rough with this.
So would you do the roughest, then the less roughest, and then
then
you do 3 stages?
Absolutely. Start off with the coarse one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going quite hard on this actually. Obviously, I wouldn't have the gemstones on it, but you need to be quite firm, really firm with that. Right. Eventually, the water will go cloudy. It really will go cloudy. Let me just wipe that a second. And it does feel quite silky when you've done it.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it? Quite soft.
Yeah, nice.
Now, to glaze your beads, what I would do is take your varnish, and you can use a really cheap brush. It doesn't matter whether it's a nylon fibre or what have you. It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
And if I had a bead like you made earlier, like one of these, okay, I would put that into the hole and stick that into some polystyrene. You know when you buy plants from the from the garden centres and you get the polystyrene containers?
Oh.
Yeah, I use those. I just turn them up. When I've taken the plants out, I push those in, and I've got lots of them, and I push them.
Or you could use a piece of fruit.
Yeah, you can do, or you can just use a piece of...
Obviously don't eat the fruit later.
If you want to, you can always use it again. So I would take my glaze, and you don't need very much, don't put too much, otherwise it will go cloudy.
So don't put too much on. Is it a light?
Just light.
Yeah,
You literally just glaze over the top. Now, I would glaze most of my jewellery. I'm quite sort of 90 miles an hour at home, and I do have, I've said this before, my boys love things like curries.
Yeah.
So don't wear a white bracelet made of polymer clay and then serve curry up, because it is a porous craft material, and it will take the colours. So do varnish. And does the glaze protect it then? Yes. Right. This is a gloss, and that's how it will stay. See the difference? It's beautiful. And if you're doing something like the Mukungame, that will look like glass when it's finished. But you can also get a satin finish. If you don't want to put any finish on at all, just rub it on a piece of denim, and you'll just get a slight sheen. What, denim material? Yes. Yeah, that's gloss. That's rubbed on denim. In fact, in the class, Sandra, whenever she comes on, I always borrow her legs. I'll say to her, "Come on, I want to use your jeans." She's laid it spring on every course. Just get a pair of jeans and just rub. Jack, yes. That's what you do, and it just comes out a lovely sheen. So that's denim? Fabric, that's denim. And that's gloss. How interesting. Yeah. Oh, I'm intrigued by that. Are you? Yeah. I'll show you the bead I haven't baked afterwards, and I'll rub it on Jack's legs. Oh, that's the best offer he's had all day. I'll show you the difference. So but that will stay beautifully shiny. You can put a second coat on if you want to, but you really don't need to. So a really light, and it's got to be light. How long do you leave it for? Well, on the thing it says do not touch for sort of 24 hours. To be honest, after half an hour, it is really dry. Set. Okay. But I think it's just that in case you put fingerprints on. But if you're only doing one coat, which you don't really need more than one coat, it's fine. Perfect. Okay. And that's it? That's it. That's how you finish it? That's how you finish it. How simple is that?
So can I just check? You know when you said about the denim?
Yeah.
Right. You can rub it against the denim. Then do you have to gloss it?
No, you
do
don't
you
have
mean
to.
Basically?
Take a bead that you've just made, just baked.
Right.
and
I've just done that.
If I was
Have you
doing a
baked
pendant,
it?
I wouldn't necessarily get it as dirty as a bracelet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if I had a pendant and I wanted it matte, in fact, I've got one here. I've forgotten about this one. This pendant here.
Oh my goodness, is this one from there?
Yes, I know, I forgot about it. Just reminded me of saying a pendant. Because of I love these,
How could you forget?
Yeah, I love these wooden beads. This pendant I wanted completely matte, so I just rubbed it onto...
How did you forget?
I don't know.
You've made that.
I know,
Over this whole bundle. 1, 2,
Sorry.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've
I
already
was
made
thinking
8.
I was thinking, where's the wooden beads? But I love these wooden beads. I just put a little bit of rubber tubing through the middle as well. But here, that's just rubbed on denim, and it just gives you a matte, almost like a sheen to it. It's like I can't tell you really, it's just a
Right,
nice
so you've
feel
baked
to
it, you've had it in the oven, it's set, then you get your jeans,
And
you,
just rub.
do a bit of a rubbing.
Well, I've got old jeans that I've cut up, so little pieces.
Okay.
Yes. I don't run out and find someone with a pair of jeans.
Excuse me, young man.
Yes.
It's a good excuse, isn't it? Got to get your kicks sometime.
It's just rubbed on denim.
That's wicked. So you don't actually need the gloss if you don't want to.
You don't have to. I mean, it just gives a different look.
Different sheen, different texture.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's just another pendant. This is just another one that Debbie forgot that she had. How can you forget that you've made something like that? It's phenomenal.
I know.
I mean, this is a fantastic bundle. It really is, $29.95. And as I say, if you haven't already purchased it, I've got to reiterate the simple facts of pricing. $39 was going to be a price. $37 was the price that we'd agreed before we came to air. Ed came in, he's our manager, and he allowed us to take it to $29.95. We would not have taken this to $29.95 unless Ed had dropped in and given us the authority. We couldn't have. And I know, thank you in the most ridiculous of what? $29.95? $39 was good, but there you go, you've got it for $29. Congratulations to you. I'm going to pop that there because I just want to talk through a few little other bits and pieces that people can add on. For people who are ready, like to really already advanced, who have already perhaps investigated something, there are other aspects of what we bring is as part of our product list that perhaps would be interesting. And we were talking about the cutters because of shapes. We do the rounds in the starter kit.
We do.
But then we also do the other versions.
These are perfect for charms. If you've got something like I've got left here of all this lovely, lovely bronze.
That's gorgeous.
You can cut stars, hearts, or what have you out of it. Or if you have a particular range, like this has got bronze through everything, and I know people have seen me do this before, but if you cut out with your cutter, something like that, whoops, like a little leaf, and then put a little hole in. Now on the other side, right in the gold pen, the price. You've got your own price tag that matches your range of jewellery. Okay? So
that is such a clever idea, isn't it?
Yeah, so you've got a price tag to match. You can also, with the clay that we made earlier, or I made earlier, you can obviously produce little charms, and then I know we've got these on the website which are beautiful.
They're cute.
And they have like a little crimp on the end, like that. But beautiful to push into the top of charms, like that.
That's
Polymer
a clever
clay,
idea,
because they
isn't it?
stay. And actually you form a bead around that if you want to.
Yes, so you actually have that as
actually
a
has
little
like
charm,
a rondelle,
charm.
like a little rondelle, and then you can put something, a gemstone and crimp.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? So these little
those.
cutters, perfect size for charms, for tags,
perfect.
for lots of different looks, pendants. You've got the chance to get these. There's 12 in a set for $4.95.
That's just silly.
12 for $4.95. Can I do 12 for $4.95? I mean, ridiculously good value for money in my estimations. $4.95 is all you're paying if you want to join us, and it is just investigating new dynamics to charms, to detail, to get
absolutely
0800 644 655, less than a fiver. Add to your order if you've already bought from us. Okay, 1p&p for the whole day. £2.95 is your postage and packing. You can add to your order throughout the day. It doesn't matter how many times. So if you've already got the starter kit and then you've just got this bundle from Debs, but now you're about to get the cutter, it doesn't matter how many times you want to get the roller, you can get them all for
£2.95, and as many times as you like for one price tag. That's an honouring of our price point for our postage and packing there. So that's your £4.95. The other thing, excuse me, I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a gruff voice today. The other thing I wanted to just highlight is that, yes, because we've talked about the basics DVD that you've done, but then you've also done an advanced one in the edition 2s, which is about projects.
I always worry about saying advanced because it's not really, it depends. It's just a different design.
Development.
Yeah, yes.
Development.
Because,
rather, I'll say the word development.
Because it's not for people that are advanced, really. It's just for those who are interested in the craft. And I think once you've got the basic canes, this is really easy to do. There are another 6 projects on there, just to take your designs a little bit further. And we are about to film another one that's going a little bit further than that. So, yes, I'm going to do another DVD very soon. So this one just takes your basic canes that you've learnt from the first DVD, just takes you into another dimension.
So it's £4.95 for that DVD. Once more, I would suggest if you've got that bundle, the Pizzazz bundle, this would be a great added to your order, isn't it?
Actually. Yes,
a really nice complimentary. £4.95, less than a £5. And let's face it, you've already saved yourself a tenner just by Ed, our manager, walking into the gallery at the right time. You've already got yourself a tenner back in your pocket. So half of that, you could just buy yourself the DVD without having to worry, without thinking that you've overspent, because you were already going to have to spend an extra tenner that we've saved you. So with that tenner, well, I tell you what, with that tenner, the DVD and the cutters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
For that tenner that we've already saved you, then you can get your DVD and you can get the cutters. £4.95 for the cutters, £4.95 for the DVD, less than a £5. Finally, there's one other thing, the Lisa Pavelka foils.
Yes.
Now, they are more heat persuasive.
Yes.
But when you've got it right, you know about it.
Yes, you do. Don't use the heat gun because it will actually cook the clay. But you just need to persevere, to keep rubbing it with a piece of greaseproof paper or normal paper, just to use friction, to keep going, keep going. There are 1 or 2 that are more difficult than others, and I just think it's because they're a combination of colours. The plain colours seem to work better than the combinations, and those you just need to heat up a bit more. As I say, one of the ladies in my workshop actually put her piece of foil onto the side of her teacup, put it on the clay, and it worked a treat.
And that was this actual foil was the one. This is the Expressions one is the one that comes with the bundle.
Absolutely.
But we also do a little additional one, and I just want. This one's gorgeous.
It is.
I've seen the results of this one.
It is absolutely stunning. There's some lovely, lovely shades in there. Beautiful.
I have to say, I think this out of all of them, this is my favourite, and I know that the Expressions one is glorious. I really love this. I find it fascinating, and I don't know whether you can see some of the colours coming through. Can you see them? I don't know whether I can. I wonder if it's worth me opening them up. Oh, what the heck?
It's the red in there that's beautiful.
Look at this.
I just think because it has like a watermark on it, and when you put that onto clay, oh, it just gleams. It's out for Christmas.
That's lush, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at the colours. Actually, that with the purple would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Now that's the one we have a problem with. But if you heat it up, we've found if you put that brown and bronze onto the side of something like not the kettle, obviously not hot, but onto a coffee cup, it comes up a treat.
That's gorgeous, that is, isn't it?
I love
absolutely gorgeous. The blues. So this is your fantasy collection for the foils. Fantasy collection. The colours are exquisite.
I think these are gemstone colours. Your amethyst,
yeah,
lapis, peridot.
That's it. They are literally ruby. Ruby. £5.95. £5.95 for all of those foils. For all of those foils. £5.95 is all you pay. All you pay. £5.95. Hold those lines to confirm if you want them. Congratulations for that. £5.95. They're fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic. Now, there's one other thing that bless Deanna, she has managed to do for us. She's got an offer.
I want these.
For these. She's just managed
absolutely loads of them here.
To create a little bit of an offer. Right. If I
brilliant.
So you've used these. If I just show you them again. You've used them as a bail to look a charm.
But you can actually make these like a very well-known bracelet that goes on, a bead that goes onto a bracelet.
Yes.
You can just put clay just around the barrel of that if you wanted to.
Okay.
And hang that as like a charm or something. So that would look really, really nice.
That would look really cute, actually.
Really nice.
So these little links with the hole at the end.
You can use those for very fine cord, some of the hemp cord.
That's it.
And stick that in with glue, or you can use it as a crimp. It's really useful, actually. You can use it for lots of different techniques.
And ribbon ends as well for the ribbon
You
ends
can,
to just
you
fasten
can.
them in and to give them a crimp. You can create that look. So they're actually classified as ribbon and cord ends, but in principle, that almost boxes it into one look.
I would use them with cord. It'd be a bit difficult with ribbon unless it was really, really fine, I think, to get that, unless you put some nail varnish and
But actually, there's so much more versatility from these than just them being for cord and ribbon. And as you've proven, you know, can create some fantastic charms, some beautiful bails to your jewellery just by simply placing them.
Absolutely.
And these can go into the to be fired, can't they? They can go into the warmth.
Yes, absolutely. Put it into soft clay and then you just cook it while it's in there and then it stays.
So you're getting here a pack of 20 of these fantastic ribbon and cord ends that then are classified as bails, really, in the Sculpey clay world.
These could also be sunk into the jewel enamel we had yesterday.
Yes, they could.
As it's just cooling down.
Well, that would be a good idea. Good thinking. Right. A 24-hour offer, in fact, not even 24 hours now. Your original price, that's original, that's not priceless.
Oh, right, oh.
$6.95, no, $6.95 is the original price, but for less than 24 hours, it's going to be until 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, your price tag, hey, every pound counts.
Absolutely.
Every pound counts. $5.95 is all you pay. 20, and that's 20 pendants, that's 20 charms, that's 20 potential finishing touches to your Sculpey clay
I think
detail.
They're beautiful, ever so pretty, and they just look so neat, tidy, and they're substantial as well.
Yes. Really great opportunity there. $5.95 is all you're paying for these. And as I say, for all of the different, in truth, for all of the pendants that we've seen today and all of the different details that you've shown us with the beads that we did earlier on, this would be a fantastic addition, wouldn't it?
If you didn't want to do that, all you'd need to do is just sink two, like that, and just feed your cord through.
Literally, and just
feed your cord through.
And it would fit flat against the...
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could just put two in the back of there, and I know I've put that in unevenly, but just put your cord through.
How perfect would that be? $5.95 is all you're paying for that ribbon cord. I can repeat, the offer is only available until 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. It will go back to $6.95 at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you want it, now is the time to buy. £5.95 is all you pay for those 20 pack. 20, it's going to go a long way.
It is.
Long way for $5.95. Congratulations if you've got those. Right, that's been a big offer. We are going to go back to Debbie later on at the end of the show to ask a few questions.
Okay.
We've got a list of some questions coming through from everyone. If you want to text in, we'll do our best to answer them. 60777 before the end of the show. So that's text into 60777. You do need to put JM Studio before the start your text, so we don't know that you're talking to our studio. JM Studio to 60777. Charges at your standard network charge. Right. We have still a lot to fit in. So we're going to have to really crack the whip. Debs, I'm sorry, but I'm going to shoot. Let's go this way. Let's go, go, go. Right. We have got for you this. Now, a lot of people have already texted in questions, but a lot of people have been questioning what I'm wearing. Just take a look at this beautiful neckline piece. It just doesn't get much better than this when it comes to the warmth of autumnal colours against the skin. I mean, Debbie, out of all of the pieces that came from the Bronze Beauty Jewellery Kit, she gave me this one for the neckline, and I tell you what, the moment it was put on, I just thought, oh yes, that's what you want from your quality of gemstones. That's what you want to feel, luxury, and that lovely refinement of colours that really bring together the richness and yet also the vibrancy of a colour combination.
glorious opportunity to own something special for your jewellery collection. You've got a combination here of almost a carnelian-esque red agate, you know, that really warm, intense, almost campfire burning colour of orange and red. So your faceted drops are 6 by 9 millimetre. Quickly give you a shot of those so you can get a close-up. Take a look at this. Sorry, pardon me. 9 by 6 in terms of size, so really workable, really wearable, really stylish size. And the warmth, as I say, against the skin tone, whatever your skin tone, you're going to have that real warmth oozing against the skin. On top of that, and I think probably one of those perfect cohesions of qualities, the chocolatey mocha colours of the smoky quartz work so beautifully against those rich reds and oranges. Absolutely glorious complement of colour. And the puffy coins, again, I love that you're getting the faceting of both the agate and the quartz, and that quality really does lustrous intensity. Finally, you also get your burgundy shell pearl. There's 12 mil in each one of these, 12 mil in terms of size, gorgeous quality. Now, I did say at the start of the show that we were going to do all kits with solid sterling silver. That's exactly what you're about to get. This kit doesn't just come with featured gemstones, but it comes with solid sterling silver findings as well. Those sterling silver findings coming together, you're getting a combination of head pins, 10 of those, 10 eye pins, 10 crimp beads, 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 3 jump rings in the 5 mil, 3 jump rings in the 8 mil, plus you're also getting 3 of your spring lock bolt ring clasps. And all of this coming together for one price tag. Of course, you will get your beading thread, your monofilament wire, and your elastic. You will get your presentation gift bags. All of this together for one price tag. The quality that you're looking at here is spectacular. The richness of colours. And for one price, whoa! Solid sterling silver, the real deal, for $24.95. Solid sterling silver findings going under £25. That has got to be one of the ultimate offers of the day. $24.95 for your bronzed beauty jewellery kit with 46 sterling silver findings. The quality of these gemstones, I've got to just highlight, the quality of each one of these strands is exceptional. I mean, to get results like the neckline piece that I'm wearing, it can only be created if you've got quality gemstones. You know, you're never going to make a cake rise unless you've got the right ingredients. And the same principle is you're never going to get a feature necklace unless you've got the right ingredients to create it. And that's what you've got here. $24.95 is all you pay. I'm going to head straight over to Debbie again. Oh yes, she's only just tidied up, but I'm heading towards her already. Debs,
yes,
this is one of those kits that is very simple in its arrangement, yes, and yet the simplicity is what makes it so effective.
It is. I mean, I was very gem heavy, and I think you've got every one bar 2 of those beautiful autumn shades on. Because do you want to do it for you?
Gorgeous, I'll go.
See,
I'm there. I mean, the thing is with this type of strand, it just is so.
I just think it's lovely. And I just wanted to make a feature of it. Is it? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just, yeah. Oh no, it's fine. I was just waiting to get a call because they were going to go for a close-up, and so I thought, oh, I better put it down because I wanted to show the close-up before I started fiddling and putting the clasp on.
I just thought those two colours together were just, well, they're just me really.
Aren't they?
I just love them. Just love them. I think they're really, really gorgeous.
There you go. That's it.
Beautiful, ever so beautiful.
It reminds me of that, sorry, you know that hymn at school, autumn days when the grass is jewelled and the...
No, never did that one.
You didn't do that one?
No.
Did you not do that one, Tom?
Never heard of it.
Nobody?
No.
Autumn days when the grass is jewelled and the inside the chestnut shell, jet planes meeting in the air to be refuelled.
Never heard of it.
No?
No, genuinely, I never heard of it.
Well, it reminds me of that hymn. Well, it can't be a northeastern hymn. There can't be such a thing as a northeastern hymn, can there? There obviously is. Everybody's saying yes, Mix. There is such a thing.
As a hula hoop at the same time, do you?
Autumn days. It reminds me of that hymn, because that hymn is all about autumn.
Yeah.
It takes you through like everything that you'd associate with autumn. And I always go, because when you head into autumn, I always think of my holidays up to Scotland, because we go every year to Aviemore. And like the moment I think of my journey up is the moment I go, oh,
yes.
Colour. The colours are just exquisite. The darkness of the greens, the bronzes of the trees turning colour, the richness of the reds coming through. Oh, and that's what this colour is, isn't it? It's
I just
gorgeous.
think it's gorgeous. It suits any skin tone as well. I think it's just beautiful.
And then finally, you've also created that.
I've separated them out, really.
Yeah.
But I love that.
And how did you do that? Did you just use like a head pin too?
Just head pins, and then I ran out of head pins, so I just attached a little bit of the beading thread, just with a crimp at the back.
So could you show us how to just quickly do like the linking head pins?
Can do.
Can we just so that, because that's one of those that we've seen it twice, haven't we? We've seen it twice in both of the techniques that Debbie's done with the kits today. That actually she has shown us linking almost like chain effect using gemstones. So it might be interesting for us to be able to see that. Don't forget, this is solid sterling silver findings that you've got. So really, for those of you who are just getting involved in jewellery making, we often say that working with pure silver and working with solid sterling silver, it's probably the best way to introduce yourself to jewellery making, because it's really forgiving. If it's not the right look, if you've tried it and you need to do the technique again, silver is by far the most forgiving. So it'll restructure itself. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you need to start again, if you need to rejig something, silver is the way to go. Otherwise, if you're using something else, there's every chance it might snap or it might break. Whereas silver has so much more malleability to it, and actually ductility as well.
It has, and also you haven't got any worry about rubbing off the coating.
Yes.
You can try it over and over again, and it's not going to change
because
colour.
it is sterling silver. It's the real deal. It's not plated with silver. It is the real deal.
Right. So here we have an eye pin. The head pin has a little ball on the end, like a head, and the eye has a hole, like an eye. So I'm going to pop that through my gemstone. So you've already got a little ring on the end.
Okay. So that's already one part of your chain almost, isn't it?
Exactly, yes. Now the way to make something look handmade, not homemade, is to make sure that every loop is exactly the same.
Okay.
And I measure my loop on the side of my beading tray.
Okay.
Right, so if I put the bead on the end, I would snip it at the end of the line.
Okay.
Right, see the line there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if I hold it at the end of the line, just move that out of the way. I'll snip it, sorry, turn those around. I can do it by eye now, but normally I'd snip it so I know that that length is going to be the same on every single turning.
Okay.
Okay. And then grab hold of the end and turn. And there is my eye. Okay, there's my eye. And that's ready to open and close, obviously like a door. Open, close.
Yeah.
Open, close, and then you add the next one and the next one and the next one, and there you've got your chain. How easy is that?
And that is how simple it is to create a neckline piece like this. And I mean, that's just for those of you who are watching for the first time. I know that sometimes to say, oh, I'm going to try making jewellery becomes almost like a big, huge journey. Oh, it's massive. But actually, those small steps, those small techniques will have a huge influence.
On my round nose pliers at home, I have a little mark with a permanent marker, so I know every time I do a loop, I do it on the same point. So every loop will be exactly the same size, because obviously, depending where you do it on your round nose pliers will depend how large the loop is.
And the round nose pliers come with our Essentials toolkit, which comes in at less than £10. The Essentials toolkit is $9.95. The larger toolkit is coming in at around $15.95. So absolutely fantastic. So those round nose pliers really, really, really do work very well for you. Right, I've got to move on again. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm going this way again. I'm going this way because I've got some more offers. I've got some brand new offers coming your way. Never been seen before. Never been seen before. Right then. Pardon me. Where do we want to go to first? Let's have a look. Where shall we start? Hang on, let's go here first, actually. Oh, they're hearts.
Oh, cute, 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 cute. Okay, these are brand new to air, never been seen before, first time on air, and every chance with the quantities that we're playing with, we're talking last time on air as well. Heart-shaped detail. They are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Your green agate is almost like an adventuring quality to it, hasn't it? It has that real glow. I mean, actually, in principle, if I didn't know what gemstone it was, if you'd have asked me to guess, if you just handed it over and say what gemstone, I'd have said aventurine because of its glow, because it has that real adventure essence. But intense qualities don't just come from aventurine, actually. This is green agate. You're looking here at 60 carats. Your heart shape green agate is 6mm in size. That's 6mm in size. Beautiful, beautiful look. I really, really like them. I've never seen us do these. And actually, if you just wanted to make just really simple bracelets. Now we did the memory wire earlier on, and I said actually you could just restrand a few gemstones on and get something really sweet. That is a really sweet look. I mean, actually, to make it into a memory wire, it would look like that, and that would look even cuter, wouldn't it? That'd be really... But if you didn't want to just use one strand, you don't need to, because there's a bundle that also introduces the perfection of monochrome. Now, earlier on today, Debbie showed us within the starter polymer clay bundle how to create black and white beads. If you wanted that black and white bead combination but working with gemstones, what about these as your option? You've got your black onyx frosted faceted squares, they're double drilled in the 8mm size, and then you've got your clear quartz faceted rounds in the 8mm as well. All together, it's a delightful combination. It really does capture the attention, doesn't it? You've got that real sense of workable, wearable gemstones. You've got that real sense of quality captured within each one of the strands. The number's at the bottom of the screen to dial. You can join us on the web, and we're bringing you a 3-strand offer on this, which means that the price point is not what you'd pay in terms of individual pricing for each strand. Each strand could command a much higher price point if we sold them separately. Bringing them together, we try and do a bargain. We try and do them at an extra special price tag. And that's exactly what you're about to get here. Your frosted, faceted black onyx, matched alongside your faceted clear quartz, alongside your green agate hearts, all for one price. Less than £5 a strand. Less than £5 a strand. $14.95 for your onyx, agate and quartz combination. A lovely, sumptuous look at that heart formation. 0800 644 655. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. I'm just laughing because apparently we've had some people texting in saying they do know the hymn that I was singing earlier on, Autumn Days. They too have sang it at school. It's just you lot. It's you lot who don't know it. See? You're just not connected to the outside world, you lot. You see, I'll give you a little bit of, I'll give you heritage. I'll give you tradition. Do you know what I mean? I'll give you a bit of education. You lot with your what's Autumn Days. I shall teach you it and you will all be singing it by the end of the week. Do you understand? All together now. Autumn days when the grass is... No, okay. $14.95 is all you're paying. Black onyx, green agate and clear quartz. And moving on from that offer, we're moving on. I want to go here. I want to go here because I just like these and I like the look of them a lot. Check these out. How about this?
Oh, I like those.
Oh, hello there. Hello, Debbie. Oh,
I do like those.
Aren't they nice? I can't hold them up because unfortunately the beads would roll away. But you can see, they are wicked, aren't they? Oh, Debbie. Oh, Debbie's got that moment where, to be honest, she's like she's doing a bit like this.
you definitely like these. But that's because they would work with some of your designs.
Yes,
Beautiful.
they would actually.
With the pizzazz,
Yes.
with the bronzes and just a couple of beads in the between.
Beautiful.
That would look nice. Ooh, you can see the gleam in her eye. We've got here a combination. You're getting the rounds. Your largest is 24, 21, 14, 10, and then 6. Now that look. Then, in terms of the discs, you've got 32, 28, 22, 20, 18, 14, 10, and 8. They're like those crisps that you can't stop when you've popped. That's what they look like to me. That's the kind of shape. It's the only way I can describe them. It's the only way to describe the shape. You can see that lovely cavaciousness. And you could imagine just popping in. I just want to find yeah. Could imagine creating like a lily pad effect. You see that there? How good is that? Glorious, glorious. So you're getting 13 of these copper beads. Okay, 5 are the gold flash finish, and those are the round larger beads. And then you've got then 8 of almost like the wafers, the cavacious wafers. Great look, great look. Okay, all of this coming in at one price. These are brand new offers, never been seen before. Actually, that would be a bit luxurious as well. To go like kind of with the wafer and then the bead. Oh, there's some luxury going on there. There's going to be some stylishly good looking jewelry coming your way if you create this alongside the copper beads. $12.95. 13 for 12, that means coming in at less than £1, less than £1 for each one of these incredible. And the thing is Debbie, for less than £1, really when you're putting it in perspective, one of these will go so far that it's worth that investment, isn't it?
Oh, you know me and tassels, I love tassels. We just need to put that on top of the stunning black onyx round almost. And just have the tassels coming down with a couple of gold beads. And it looks absolutely stunning. When it gets to the winter, I love your black polo necks, black jeans, and just something striking.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And the thing is that when you start to break it down at less than £1, you kind of go, but that £1, what would you invest if you went into a fashion accessory shop? What would you get for that £1? What would you buy? Exactly.
You can't go into a coffee shop and have a coffee for £1, but you don't want to use those all together on one thing. You can break them up and put them on. This is such a beautiful feature. You can just use one on one piece of jewellery.
To make it as almost like a highlight. And it gives a luxury finish to your jewellery, I think.
It does.
You know, that's the type. It gives that extra style, extra thoughtfulness.
I would use the like bead caps as almost like a clamshell around some clay.
Oh.
So you could put clay between the two and have
like a sandwich.
Yeah, beautiful.
Polymer clay sandwich.
Oh, lovely.
Don't try it at home, don't eat it. You got $12.95 for your 13 finished copper beads. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous looks. Wafers and the balls. Yours for the taking for $12.95. Okay, I've got to crack the whip again and I'm moving straight on to another brand new bundle. 2 strands. Oh, gorgeous. 3 strands. Yeah. 3 strands. And again, these are so your colours.
What are the drops, the long drops?
You've
What
got
are they?
here, well, first of all, you've got your agate, then you've got your black and green agate, and then you've got your onyx.
They're beautiful.
I know, isn't that amazing? Absolutely great. First of all, shall we go to the drops first? Because actually, I want us to try and give you at least a view of 5 or 6 of them, because every one of them is spectacular. Every one of them is totally beautiful. I mean, you're going from that real minty fresh, almost like kind of after eight type of look, to then those lovely moss tones. I mean, just look at that. I mean, that is as rich a colour as you're going to get. Every single one is unique. They are faceted, so you've got the elongated faceting. Absolutely glorious look. So you've got there your black and green faceted drops. Those are 30 by 10 millimetre. You're getting nearly 200 carats within that. Let's just have a count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 on average on the strand there. That means really, and again, we talked about this a couple of times today, simple drop earrings, you know, just creating something very, very simple against the ear, and you could get something really exciting out of those. That's the first strand. I kind of feel like I want to show you the onyx alongside those because they go so nicely together. The black of the faceted round coins really do work nicely against those black and green agate drops. Lovely combination, really exciting combination. But to add to it, we do so with gusto. And we do it with these glorious moss agate faceted rounds. They're glorious. In total, you're looking here at the 600 carats. 600 carats within this 3-strand bundle. Moss agate, your black and green agate drops, and then your black onyx coming together in a sumptuous collaborative combination. This is such a workable 3-strand. Whether you're going to work them all together, it's up to you. Whether you want to separate them and colour code them, that's up to you. I have to tell you, I think there's a potential to do both within this offer. 3 strands, brand new, never been seen before, and your price tag, less than £5 a strand. If you were making 1 pair of earrings, just using 2 of those drops, you would not be paying a £5 for them. There's no way you would pay, there's no way you would walk into, I mean, just simply add on a nice shepherd's hook, or add on a post and butterfly back, and just have a simple drop design like that. Genuine gemstones. You wouldn't go past a stall in a fair, you wouldn't go past the genuine gemstones. You would think that they were fake. You would think they were pretend if they were a £5, because you pay a £5 for pretended studs these days. You know, for synthetic plastic studs. You can pay a £5 in your fashion accessory shops, and actually for a £5, for less than a £5 in fact, you're looking there at the potential of being able to make at least 6 pairs of earrings. If that wasn't the case, then you wanted to create so moss agate plus your black onyx. Each strand for less than £5. I've got queues on the lines today. You've got to be patient. We'll process your call as fast as we can. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. We don't mind how you do it. We just don't want you to miss out on it. Excuse me. Amazing offer. I know there's a lot of people who have already bought from us today. Maybe you got some of the polymer clay offers earlier on. If you did, you paid your postage and packaging. That's $2.95 for the whole day. Your standard delivery these days is just $2.95. If you want to go express, it's still only $4.95. But really, to the mainland, you can pay for $4.95 your express delivery. An amazing offer, an amazing opportunity to add to your order throughout the day. An amazing chance. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you'll not need it, but you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, moving swiftly on. Okay, so I do still have lots of people holding on the lines for that last stuff. Please do remain on the lines. It is a free phone number that you're dialing, and we're processing your call as fast as we possibly can. Okay, I've got to quickly get on with this. This kit, really, it's as classic a black and white monochrome kit as you're going to get. It is so classic, but the classic comes with a twist of contemporary. This is classic meets contemporary as only we know how. The Italian style of these double link chain. I love this chain. I love it. I like the sound of it. I like that it's still light, so it's not really heavy. It's not like you have to be iced tea to wear it. It's nice that you get to. Is it iced tea? Is that a wrapper?
I've no idea.
Cup of tea.
Whoever he is.
Iced tea. Ice cube. Ice. Vanilla ice. That's it. Baby.
Oh.
So you don't need to be. Okay, you've got there your chain that you've got here. Let me lead you through what you've got. You've got some big stones here as well. Check this out. So you've got there your faceted rounds. These are 10mm, faceted round 10mm. You have got huge corner jeweled cubes. They're 15mm in your black stripe agate, and they are like the perfect fusion of black and white for me. This really is absolutely exquisite because you've got your agate plus you've got your quartz, and that combination, I mean, the whole stock is the agate, then the crystal structure of the quartz sits on top, creates this almost druzy-like effect but with a smooth finishing. Plus you're also getting a double strand of your nuggets of your black rutile quartz. 300 carats sitting there. In total, over 1,100 carats of genuine gemstones. Over 1,100 carats of the ultimate black and white combination. We've called this kit film noir, and actually I get that totally. If you watched, what was that film called that was just released? The Artist. I don't know why I was doing Charlie Chaplin, but The Artist. If you watch that, I mean, I walked in not expecting it to watch a black and white film, but when I watched it, I was enthralled with it. And that's what you've got here, that enthralling texture of the black and white timeless classic. To add in the contemporary, we bring you a meter of your aluminium double oval ring chain. It's 18 by 25mm. And I did promise that every kit today would come with solid sterling silver findings. This kit absolutely promises and answers that. Solid sterling silver findings with your eye pins, your head pins, you've got your shepherd hooks, you've got your crimps, you've got your loops, and all of that. Plus you're also getting your beading thread, your elastic, and your monofilament wire. And your price tag is... wow! Solid sterling silver findings for $21.95. $21.95. Oh my goodness me. We have just done a solid sterling silver kit for $21.95. But we don't do the silver plated finding kits for $21.95 very
amazing,
often.
Isn't it? Absolutely amazing.
And the results, let's just have a toodle over, because really the results of this kit are fantastic. They really are fantastic.
They're just really eye-catching, aren't they?
Yes,
really,
and yet monochrome, you don't normally call monochrome eye-catching. You call it classic, you call it subtly dramatic, but you don't call it eye-catching.
No.
It's the cubes, I think.
It is
Those
actually.
cubes are, whoa, the impact, and you can use them in so many variant ways. And then to get the chain, it just adds so much drama.
It does. I think it's lovely. Well, I like black and white anyway. I don't think you can go
do
wrong.
as well. Me
at
too.
all.
I am. That's me. I'm just go for the classics.
Absolutely.
Because I don't really trust myself outside of the classics.
No, I know what you mean.
That's gorgeous.
That's simple stringing, but I think that's lovely.
For me, I love when you have introduced the chain as well. I love the introduction of that chain because it adds a bit of glitz, shimmer,
looks
sparkle.
a bit more sort of funky and
it makes me feel like you want to start singing Blue L'amour.
I've heard of that one.
Hooray!
I've heard of the rat-a-tat one.
But it's got that like real like swaying. I can imagine the moon sparkling off the sea, and you know that rat-a-tat-tat. You know, people singing in the background as you're having a glass of wine.
Oh yes.
That's what it reminds me of. I don't know why, but it has that shimmer of the moon against the sun. I love the sparkle that you get from the aluminium chain. You've used the aluminium chain almost like a flower bud. That's the way I could describe it in this pendant. Did you literally just unlink them?
Yes, I did. Just got 4 or 5 and just pushed them together.
And then wrapped wire around, or
No,
the beading thread?
just beading thread. Just push a bead through.
So you unlinked them, and then once you unlinked them, you brought them together, you literally bundled them.
See these?
Yes, I see them.
I see them. See these?
Yes,
One,
you
two,
can do a
three,
magic act.
4, 5, yeah, pull them apart. And then you literally just push them together.
Yeah.
Until you get a hole in the middle. A hole in the middle, like a rose. Okay.
Put the gem in.
Put your beading thread in. Put your beading thread through.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the hole? There we go. Beading thread through the middle. 1 bead.
Oh, you are so good.
1 bead. Feed the thread back through the same hole, and that's like a stopper. There you go. You just need to push it along until you get to the other end of your bracelet.
Look at that. How cool is that? And the result...
Just holds it. There you go. It just holds it in place. There you go, like a rose.
I mean, that's such an easy technique, and yet it really works, doesn't it? It just brings it together so nicely. So you can use it as a traditional chain, you can use it as individuals, as you have on the longer necklace, or you could bunch it together and create like almost like a floral design.
Absolutely.
It's so versatile. $21.95. Don't forget sterling silver findings on this one as well at $21.95. I don't think we've done a sterling silver kit for $21.95 for a very long time. I can't remember us doing anything like that. Congratulations if you've got it. $21.95 is all you pay. Exceptional quality. Congratulations if you got that. Right, we've got time for about 5 minutes of question and answers, of which we've had loads of questions come through.
Okay.
So, first of all, just to remind you, the starter kit came right at the beginning of the show. The starter kit was $17.95. That starter kit is everything you need to get started. You don't need anything else, right? And I mean, literally, you don't need even the glazing because you can use denim, as we found out today. But the thing is that that starter kit comes with all of the ideas and inspiration of tools and ingredients to get going. $17.95. So you're getting your blades, you also get your Sculpey clay in the white and the black, you also get the container, you get the acrylic sheets, you get the roller, you get 3 sandpapers, plus you also get the 7 variant sizes of the round cutters. All of that for $17.95. If you didn't see the techniques that went alongside it earlier on, watch the repeat or get the DVD. The basics DVD that Debbie's done is $4.95. It's a brilliant add-on. I would suggest that if you've bought this $17.95, I would get the $4.95 DVD to work alongside it. That would be my inclination. If you're going to get anything else for $17.95, you may as well get for $4.95 the DVD that can lead you through a variety of techniques. 0800 644 is the number to dial. Alternatively, you can join us on the web. Let's get down to the questions. The question, first question from Eileen. Come on, Eileen. She's got problems with pendants breaking where the bail hole is.
Oh, right. This is the lady that came through yesterday. I have taken your details and I have answered it on Facebook this morning, actually, before I came on. Just to make sure that you don't make the hole too near to the edge of the pendant. And I would, if I were you, I would put a piece of wire through, or even your jump ring through your pendant before you even bake it. So it's in, it's secure, and it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
But I promise I will, make sure that's gone through to you when I get home. I've got a list of questions actually from yesterday.
Okay, so in terms of answer, try and make sure that the actual hole that you're cutting is not too close to the edge.
Yes.
So there's a bit of more security so they can't snap off, so you're getting that base. So that's answered. I hope that answers your question, Irene. Next one up, next question from Jean.
Right.
Can you use the gilded flakes from the jewel enamel on polymer clay and bake it?
Yes, I showed you a pendant yesterday that I made for Paula, and that's the flakes. Exactly the same flakes as used in yesterday's show, but that's on polymer clay.
So hang on a minute, did you actually have to put them in? Did you have to like press them in?
Like I did with the Lisa Velka foils, you just literally get a pinch of the flakes, put them onto the foil and just burnish. By I mean burnish, I just mean rub into the clay. And then you just use it.
And that's the result?
Yep.
So the answer is yes, Jane. That's yes. Just like that, there's the result. Question number 3 is, do you have any tips, do you have any tips for conditioning the polymer clay for people who have hand problems, like arthritis.
Yes, sit on it. When I went to polymer clay class last year, I was amazed that everybody was sitting on blocks of clay and I thought it was like eggs. But actually you need warmth. So you can either use a coffee grinder, chop it up into tiny little pieces, pop it in the top of the coffee grinder, do it for 2 seconds, warm up the clay and it will be like putty. You'll be able to put it together or sit on it and it'll be the same. You need warmth.
I love that answer. Have you got an answer? Yes. Sit on it. She didn't even say it in a nice little way.
But it works.
That's brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. We've had loads of response, and I know that for those of you who've texted in, we'll answer as many as we can on the Facebook. I know that Debbie's great at giving you those answers as quickly as you can, as she's proved this morning. Bless her. We have had a fantastically full day. I'm hoping that you've enjoyed it. To have the brand new offers. Oh, apparently we've had a text message in, a quick one. It says here, I'm loving today's show. Lots of great deals and ideas. I just want to say a huge thank you. Jewellery Maker has given me the confidence I need with making jewellery, and I've just signed up today to an advanced diploma in jewellery design course. Oh, that's from Kirsty and Irvin in Ayrshire. Oh, she says, all thanks to watching your fab show. Lovely to have your company today. You take care of yourself. Thank you to Debbie.
Pleasure.
Thank you for you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or FreeSat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby.
The early bird catches the worm. Don't miss out on your chance to grab our amazing early bird offers at 9 AM on weekday mornings. Catch them while you can. There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the homepage, where you'll be able to